mess. What a mess. Good morning. I'm so sorry I'm late. My machine wouldn't work. How are you? How you doing, Brian? Well, we're just waiting for people to come in. We're just waiting people to come in. Sorry I'm late. All right, Brian, don't give no information other than that out right now. Why don't I give you a call? How's that sound? I'll give you a call. You want to call on the phone? Okay, hold on. I'm going to mute this. You're the only one in the room. Welcome. There are some lurkers here. All right, I'll call you in a second.
I know she's going to find out the cancer under stage 4. So that is a deal. But I think she can fight that though. She can fight it all along without going to the hospital. But she's stubborn. She don't take no leave of life like once it's on.
Well, she's been through this whole remarkable thing. I think it's just, you know, I've been following it, and our room's been, and it's just really sad that, you know, this crap went down and she couldn't get help. So, but
I've always been by her side. Like I offer her rides free of charge. I mean, I've been over there as many times as I can. It's like, hey, you need to go to the ER. You need to go to the ER. It's like I'm not. She's like, I'm not seeing any signs of sepsis. I said, sepsis is one of those things that when you see a sign, it's pretty close to too late. You don't want to wait. You need to go in to make sure it doesn't ever get sepsis. And now she's in septic shock. So. And I didn't find out that she was in the hospital until 24 hours after she was in there.
And no one from the house called you up?
No. In fact, when I got there, they thought that she was sent to Birmingham. And here's a big problem. I don't know if she talked to you about like any of her close friends, like where she stays.
There's only one girl I know of who's blind.
Kathy?
Yeah.
Yes, Kathy. I got a call from Baptist South yesterday on her phone, and they were looking for Kathy. Pat, I'm going to smoke this, Pat. And they wanted my mom's consent for something for her that she needed, and they didn't even know that my mom was in the same hospital in the hospital. Can't consent for nothing. I mean, that's... So...
That whole Come on, you filthy Jews. Don't be turning my phone off, man. Yeah, I didn't know if that was you or me, but I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Me and my mom both got a Metro phone plan, and their service sometimes dropped. It could have been the service that we had, but also storming in Montgomery.
So she's been in the ICU for 5 days.
Well, today makes day 5. The first day I got to see her was yesterday, and she was in there 2 days before that. She had a COVID test, and they wouldn't let anyone around her until that came back, and that came back negative. So that's good.
So are you allowed to go up there and visit her?
Yeah, I'm allowed to. I get 1 time a day. I get 1 hour a day, and I got about 4 choices of those times I get to go. I'm going to go up there around 1 today. It's just sad because I'm saying that her hands are swollen, not her fingers, but her hands are swollen like balloons. Her ankles are swollen like balloons. I mean, if they touch anywhere near like where her liver should be, she gets in more pain. She's grunting. She can't open her eyes. She can't speak, and she's not a vegetable. But I mean, I've never seen a person in septic shock. But if I ever have, that would be it. And they're got them on antibiotics, but I don't know if it's working. Now I can see her catheter bag there. Her urine looks normal, and she had a urinary tract infection too. She was telling me about. I saw her 4 days before this happened. So 4 days from 2 days ago, I saw her in person, and she didn't look too good then. But she was talking, But she's been slowly getting worse because she's not being able to get out of bed. It hurts to walk. It hurts to talk. And then I found out from the people at the house that she had stopped eating for 3 days. And then one day she just hit the floor and they couldn't get her up. Jason went over there and ended up calling an ambulance.
And so the people in that place, that's
a battered women's shelter. So any men that walk up to that house, they're told not to speak to them. Like, I'm her son and this is serious. So I should have been contacted.
Yeah.
Knowing that now I know that Jason's the one that called, I'll leave that responsibility up to him, that he should have contacted me. Even though my mom was out of it when she went back to the hospital, she wasn't all the way out of it, because she put me down, my name and all, saying this person is the only person to contact me and make sure that I get the good care. She had her wishes to not be put on life support, and I've granted that at the hospital.
Well, stay strong and definitely.
I'm trying. That's for sure.
Don't. Try not to let all the dysfunction in that place and the inhumanity in that place eat you up. They should have done this. They should have done that.
I'm not.
Okay, good.
Even though everybody I know and everybody at the hospital tries to tell me I need to prepare for the worst, I'm like, what they told me over the phone before I saw her, when I went in there and saw, I literally physically saw my mom, not, eyes open and mouth open, able to talk fighting it, but her body's still fighting this off. So I'm like, I'm not ready to give up on her yet. The hospital, everyone else might be saying prepare for that option, but I'm not ready for it. I'm not going to give up on her because I've known her for 27 years. That's how old I am, and she's always fought through the worst of the worst, and she's made it. She had cancer one time in her life, and the doctor sent her home saying, tell your family goodbye, you got 2 weeks to live. She fought it off, and it went away. So this is not the end of the world for her.
Well,
but it's bad because she got into septic shock and the septic. So, because the surgeon that worked on her, I don't know if she told that story, but the last time she saw her, she looked at that wound, and she ran out the room and abandoned her. So,
yeah, I heard the surgeon abandoned her, but I talked to a Verdi probably about 7-10 days ago, and she was all excited because she got a wound doctor to look at her problem.
And yeah, they stopped coming out there. They came out twice and then they stopped showing up, and that just made it get worse because my mom told me when they first came out there, they told her, they said, this looks so bad that we're going to have to treat this immediately. You're going to go septic. And they came twice and then they stopped coming out there, and these wound care clinic people that were coming out there were coming from back to south, and that's the hospital she's in now. So I hope they don't miss wound care her in the hospital. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I remember her telling me a while back that she didn't want to turn back to south ever again, but I didn't have a choice in it. If I had a choice, she'd be down at Jackson because that's why it was her choice. She said she didn't want to deal with any Baptist hospitals because all her problems are coming from Baptist.
Well, Brian, I appreciate it. You keeping us informed. Me personally, I've known Verdi for.
Yeah, you're the only YouTuber of hers I've contacted. I'm not contacting the rest because she talks highly of you. I know she talks to you on the phone, and I know you can get the word out to everybody else that needs to know.
It's not even a need to know. It's the people who really care, and the bullshit.
It is a need to know. Close friends, close family, in my opinion, should know about this. She spoke highly of you guys. She talked to you, and you're close enough that y'all should know.
Well, I met her in other live chats. She got to be over 2 years ago. And she was always very polite to me. She always said hi. Mike Morales' room. She said hi. High Impact and other folks. I don't remember all the rooms, but we met in even Super Dave. She would always be very, very nice, and we bonded, and we're YouTube friends. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to. Have a chance to go and meet her like I like to meet all my other people. But
that may not be out of the question, She's not gone yet.
Right. So you can call me anytime, I know you got a lot of other people to contact, but
I pretty much talk to them through Facebook, and I've only got I got 3 uncles, and they're all being talked to through my aunt. I'm talking to my aunt. So, and then I can't get a hold of my sister. And, she's not married, so she ain't got a husband. And my father died when I was 9, so I don't have to contact him. And it's just contacting, keeping them informed, her family, and then I guess you. And then that's about all I can let know because there's nobody else that she would know. She hasn't she knew something bad might happen one day, but she's aware that cancer is going to kill her one day. But she didn't think she would ever go septic.
When she told me she had wound doctors, she was walking on sunshine. That's all she wanted was a help from the medical field to bandage up the filthy job that the surgeon did. I mean, yep. She was really pissed off about that whole thing, and she been in terrible pain. We hope she pulls through. I mean, like I said, I'm not writing her off. She's a very strong woman. But reality is, this is pretty nasty crap she's got loaded with,
Yep.
and I think our biggest goal, though, Brian, and I talked to her about it, is I'm like, if you want to keep this whole thing personal, you're more than welcome. She says, no way. The people on YouTube and my room and other rooms have been so good, and she considered she considers them uh friends,
Yeah.
and so she wanted to try to keep everybody informed that what was going on, and I aim to do.
And that's what I'm trying to continue happening until she gets better. So.
Well, I'm gonna be live for probably. I'll probably do another hour here, but I got some stuff to do. We got cold weather.
Right.
We got cold weather moving in. I had freeze up last night. I got ice outside, and I got peppers and I got eggplants. I got to get them in today. So I'm only gonna go.
I subscribed to you last night for my YouTube channel. I don't have no videos, but I tried doing my channel a long time ago. I didn't do that because so I kept it, but I took all my videos down. So.
Well,
YouTube kind of went south, and all as far as you need viewers to go live and all that. So I'm like,
Well, I mean, they've been playing a lot of shenanigans for 3 years, really heavy, destroying this platform on purpose.
Exactly.
They screw with people all the time, and it's like getting so tiring. So what I think what they
I'm a heavy online gamer, so I tried to start a gaming channel, and it didn't take off. I had some viewers, but the highest I got was like 20 viewers, and then it just died from there. So.
Well, a lot of times I started out and I had no viewers, and I would sit there and do an hour, and after a week, I'd have 4 people that ran into the video, and it's a long way, when you don't have, like, when I got an open platform here, we can talk about anything. And so that's really not conducive to a lot of people, because a lot of people want some format, want something about the weather or the CIA or something like that, and those channels.
One of my problems for my mom is, one of the things she really didn't talk with me about, which I think she would, I would have hoped that she would have. I was over here plenty of time for her to do so, is, her wishes. Did she ever say anything about any of that to you?
Her probably the biggest wish that I can say she talked to, outside of getting better and setting up a life for you in case something happened, was she wanted to go fishing. And that was probably about July. We were on the phone, and I says, well, let me look at Make-A-Wish and some of the other ones out there, and they were all geared for mostly children. And
all she would need is a fishing license and a ride out there and a fishing pole.
Oh, no. I'm talking about going down to the coast and going out like.
She wanted to go fishing on the ocean.
Well, she didn't care whether it was fishing in a lake or fishing out in the ocean. But when I said fishing in the ocean, she really got excited about that. So if you're sitting there talking to your mom and she's not really there, say Ralph is still working on a fishing trip to go tuna fishing offshore or something, I mean, maybe that'll help.
The pastor place he's staying, he said he's there for me and anything I need. He talk about helping me get some work. I mean, I don't know if it'll come through. I got a lot of people promising work and it never happens. Because she does take care of me. I have no problem being there for her. And if I lose her, I'm going to be in a world of hurt for this world. So,
I did follow the situation with you, with the guy. You were going to buy the house. This guy was going to sell you a house. I think it was a duplex, and he got excited. Yeah, that didn't go well, and I
So
promise.
he contacted me and he threatened me, and like it didn't go. He's like, "I'm gonna come down from Atlanta and kick your ass." And excuse my language, but I'm like, "No, you're not."
Well, you know, Brian, you were promised a job there, and you know, this has been just a year of fucking really freight train shit, man. On between you and Mom. You know?
I know, and I try. I know, I didn't get no Social Security card. The coronavirus Social Security office where I'm at closed up. You can make an appointment for certain important things, but every time I call the number and to transfer to that department, it just goes beep, 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 and hangs up. So I'm like, that's 7 days a week, no matter what time I call. So there's no chance of an appointment. I just have to wait for the virus to succeed and be able to go in. And without a Social Security card, I put a feel in for Walgreens last night. They said you don't need one. They said you need to be 16 years or older. You need to be a citizen. So I could try that. But see, I didn't pass high school. Never went to college. I have a learning disorder. Hard to read. My writing is atrocious. And, that's all going to affect me in a job. A certain job. Construction, it don't affect you. But working at Walgreens, you got to be able to read the cash register, read the shelves, write down stuff. I mean, that's going to be a problem for me. It's hard to, there's a lot of jobs I can't do. So... And I know, nobody lives forever. You're born, you live, and you die. And, you don't know your time when you go. And when you don't know when you're going to be born. But I just, if I could switch places with her right now, I would. Like, I'm actually comprehending, asking the doctors if it would help her if I could give her half of my liver. I've done my research on that. I know that somebody can live on half a liver. And they could remove the one that she has that's swollen full of cancer cells. And yes, the cancer will spread to the new half a liver. That's why they won't do liver transplants. But if a relative is willing to risk it, they can make exceptions. And if it only gives her a few months to a year or two more to live, that's more than I have on the list now. I mean, I'd gladly give up half my life for her to have a little bit more.
Yeah.
I heard one of the things she said is she's been fighting this to make sure she didn't leave me with nothing. And see, it's not about leaving me with any money or stuff. That stuff don't replace her.
Well,
I mean, when I saw her 4 days ago, the last time I saw her, I only saw her for about 5 minutes. She's always been in too much pain to come out and have like a real visit. When her friend Kathy's been in the hospital before her, and now Kathy don't know she's in the hospital, and the hospital's wanting decent input on what they can do for Kathy, and she can't do it, so it's leaving Kathy in a bind. And they won't take me on the list of someone that can help her. I'm like, I'd more than happy to help you. You were like in person, her closest in person friend. So,
well, I do know, this is going to affect a lot of people because I know she was like the eyes for Kathy at that place.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Can you call there? Will they give you like updates over the phone?
About my mom, yes, they do.
Oh, well, that's good. Because if you're only allowed there for an hour.
Well, I mean, they have several visiting hour times a day.
Yeah.
But I have a problem. Like, Baptist hospitals banned me from Baptist hospitals like a couple years ago for a problem that I didn't even do. But they consider me a terrorist now because I threatened to sue them because they were like not giving me my fiance's information when he was in the hospital. And I wasn't aware of, their psych hold rules. I didn't know he was in there for that. He told everybody the house and went to the ER. He was going because his heart wasn't feeling good. So I thought he was just in there for a normal visit. And he was under a mental hold, and I didn't know their rules. And I said, you won't give me his information on what room he's in, if he's even there, if he's alive. I said, well, that's fine. So if you want to play that way, I'll just sue you. And then they disbanded me. So, but they're going through a lot of, breaking the rules to get it where I can go there once a day.
So
I go through embarrassment in that lobby, but,
Hey, MJ. MJ just showed up in the room. He should be able to be her side 24/7. That's bullshit. That's what MJ just said, and I agree with you. If you, that hospital should put you up in a bed if you need a bed.
Exactly. They won't. Yeah, that's Alabama for you. Sad to say it about this state, but the medical care here. My mom is a great walking example of how bad the medical care here is.
Oh, you don't want to hear me talk about the South, the Baptist South. Don't even get me going.
Oh, Baptist East is worse. So I was actually inpatient there for pancreatitis. That's what they accused me with. And then they sat there. They wouldn't give me water or nothing. Of course, like, you can't drink or eat nothing for 48 hours before surgery. I'm like, when my dad had pancreatitis, he had it more acute than I did. They gave him ice to on. I'm just sitting there in torture.
Yeah, no medical procedure says you can't drink water. That's just total bullshit.
But I know. So I checked out, and they told me that if you check out of here, you're going to die. And I checked out anyways. And you know what's happened since I left there? I haven't had another pancreatitis attack, and I'm still living today. I think they misdiagnosed me because when I was a young kid, I went into facilities for mental treatment. Again, you know, my parents didn't do it. They took me and my sister away from my parents, you know. And they put me on medicine for bipolar that it hurt and damaged my liver. And it repaired itself over time. And then I started drinking, you know, for a little bit, and to try it, because I turned 21, I got excited, I want to try drinking. It's like, hey, this is fun. Everyone turns 21, wants to try it. And I started having all those, well, I thought were pancreatitis attacks, and they said, your, I think it was a rugobilin or whatever it was, level of my blood was high. And that is, and I did my research on that. That's the same thing they check for alcohol poisoning for your liver.
Right.
And I'm like, with my liver problems, I think I was having, you know, liver attacks. Like, you know, the liver, like, trying to shut down, but it wasn't. And it was fighting it, and that's what it was. And I stopped alcohol, and, you know, and I'm out here and having another attack, and I'm living. So they misdiagnosed me. That's what Baptist is good for. They love to misdiagnose you, or if they don't misdiagnose you, they take their sweet time with diagnosing you to the point that you're on your deathbed before they find out what's wrong. And see, she was going to the cancer center, right, which is also Baptist. And they took this sweet time on the cancer. You know, and at first it was stage 3, only in the breast. Then it turned into the lymph nodes, and then they went back to, oh, it's a stage 4, and now it's in your liver. And you have 4 different kinds of cancer. I'm like, man, that cancer center just ain't getting right. Misdiagnosis, putting her appointments off. She go in with a scheduled appointment. She go in there and go to the doctor. Oh, we don't have you on appointment list today. I'm like, cancer is not something you can drag on the appointment. That's something you urgently get your appointment taken care of.
It was months before she could get an appointment with anything. And yes, I agree with you. The cancer center, who specializes in cancer, you know, they should have had this stuff wrapped up a long time ago. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not
saying that there's a magic cure.
Right. But
she does have the worst cancer, but they never should have let it spread to her liver as fast as it did.
Well, I just think, you know, with that bullshit healthcare she got down there, they wouldn't service her. I remember, did you get your wound doctor? Did you get your wound doctor? Every time I got on the phone with her, and that went on for like 2 months, 2.5 months.
Yeah, the problem with that was the surgeon that operated on her abandoned her, and then I think it's what's his name? I forgot the doctor's name that was seeing her out there. He had to go and handle and fix everything that she screwed up. Like, they had to make sure that she abandoned her, and he had to take everything over. So that's what took so long to get wound care. But
she was really,
when wound care started coming out, and then they came out twice, and they stopped showing up. That's another default in the medical field.
Yeah.
You don't stop showing up for patients.
No, because that bandage had to be changed every day, and it went right around her whole body.
Well, I'll tell you what the hospital's doing. They're changing her bandage 2 to 3 times a day. That's what she really needs. And here's another thing I had a problem with the cancer center on. They put her on Oxycontin. You know how addictive that is? And with that kind of wound, she would have been on that for so long for pain that by the time the thing went away, she would have been addicted to Oxycontin.
You know, when she told me they were giving her OxyContin, I was more concerned about that at that point than the cancer. Number one, rips your body.
Didn't do nothing for her. She said the lower tabs that had her on were actually better. They did more for her, and they lasted longer than the Oxy did. And I was like, why did they take you off of what was working and put you on something that's more expensive, more addictive?
Because it's big pharma. It's big pharma. It's big pharma. They're drug pushers. It's no different than that fucking guy down the road selling OxyContin.
Exactly.
There's no reason to use OxyContin. There's so many cannabis products that can be used. There's other alternative pain treatment management.
It's not legal. It's not really legal here. If you show up like you're high, like now she was using the CBD oil on her own. It worked, but it didn't last long because of the dose she could get. Now, if she got a higher dose, she would end up high. You know, you get a high from it, and then if you get stopped by the police, you go to jail because it's illegal to be high.
Yeah. You
So
know,
that's why hospitals recommend you don't do home treatments, because if you do them like if you do the amount you need, you're an illegal high. You know, you're high. You're not supposed to be nothing illegal.
Oh, that whole South.
Temporarily go a little bit. It doesn't do anything really.
That whole South is such a repulsive bunch of pigs, you know. And I just
I don't see how they have a 3-star rating. East has the same rating as them. I can tell you East right now has got a 0-star rating. If I could give them a -0, I would.
Well, we got a couple people in the room. Can you see the chat in the room?
I'm on the phone. I'm not on.
Oh, all right.
I'm not at the shelter waiting on them, but I'm sure I can. I'll put you on speaker.
Good morning, Groveland. I got Bryan Bolster on the phone, Verdia's son. So if you can
see him.
You can see him. You want to say hi to everyone? I need a cigarette, Bryan.
Yeah, I'm smoking one myself.
Well, I can't smoke in here. You want to take over the room for about 3 minutes?
Yeah, no problem.
And that's Groveland from Florida. And
just
MJ.
Let them know that I'm on her YouTube account, so because I'm on her phone, I've got custody of her belongings right now. So.
All right, but for now, don't give out too much information on the particulars.
Yeah, I just don't want them to get confused. I posted a message last night. As a comment under one of her videos saying, you know, hey, she's in the ICU. This is her son. Just letting you all know to pray for her. And somebody responded, hi, Verdia. I'm like, I said 3 times. I said, this is not Verdia. This is her son.
Oh,
like,
so
people get confused.
So yeah,
I'm on her channel.
On her channel. I'll go check that out. I need a cigarette. I'll be back. Talk to the room, Bryan. Talk to the room. You're live. You're running the room right now. Oh.
Ralph. It didn't go in, did it? Better, man. She ain't no worse, but last night, I mean, I'm gonna call him back in about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna go see her today. I mean, she's stable, but she can't speak. Her eyes won't open, and her eyes are turned yellow. Her skin's turned yellow. She's going liver failure. Yeah, here's something done the stuff. My wife is on her way. All right. Nice truck. I'm here. Yeah. Nice truck. Okay. All right. I see you. We got in the backyard, TV. All right. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. I hate that for D, man. I tell you, because we were just sitting there talking about.
All right. What the hell happened? All right. Yeah, Bryan can see. I think he could. I just stepped. I needed a cigarette. I get too anxietied out there for a little bit. Welcome, everybody. Lurkers, welcome. MJ said it. I couldn't say it anymore. How to get off the phone. Plaster is here. All right, no problem, Bryan. You can still be listening, I think. Hey, Bryan, listen to me, Bryan. I think he just dropped out. Are you still here, Bryan? All right. Backwards, good morning. The myth, the legend. Good morning, Radical Ralph. Good morning to you. from way over yonder. Good morning. All right. So that we had Brian Verdi's son on the phone, but I guess he had to get off, and I don't know if he's still on YouTube. I want him to get a piece of paper and write down my phone number anyways, in case the phone screws up or whatever. Well, good morning, everybody. That's the update. Verdi is in the ICU. Her eyes are closed, her skin's yellow, and she's swollen all over. She's got septic, and she's trying to battle it out. She's been in there for 5 days, and she's a fighter. So if you pray or you want to give good thoughts to her, certainly send them out. We can put the GoFundMe up. If you don't know about the GoFundMe, you can send her, you can send her a card, but unfortunately, it's a real project for her to go get her mail even. I mean, anyways, morning everybody. Had a lot of trouble getting on here live this morning. YouTube or the computer was screwing up. I don't know why. And yeah, wow. So thoughts for Verdi. And just think she was so excited. I didn't mark it down, but I think it was about 8-9 days ago we had talked, and she was all excited. And wound doctors quit coming to her house without any warning. So anyways, we're rooting for you, Verdi, if you listen. Cold, gray, and overcast here. It froze last night. I'm going to make this a quick one. Well, I don't know. We'll round it off to an hour. I gotta go get my peppers out of the garden. It's just there's no hope like it was last year. Last year, we were having 50-degree days, 60-degree day with sunshine, but not this year. We're already going down. We're getting cold fast, so it's all over for the pepper crop. So I got to go put all that stuff away and get ready to pack up all that stuff for winter and get my peppers and eggplants in here. It was a good fight. We fought pretty hard. It's going to be worse next year if this keeps going on with chemtrails and weather modification. Yeah, but you know what, Brian? Do me a favor. Take the phone number. Take my phone number down and write it on a piece of paper. And write all your contacts down on a piece of paper that you need to contact. That's all I wanted to say to you is physically write them down and put them in your wallet or something in case something happens to that phone. Then you can make the phone calls through a friend's phone or something. No problem. I'm not going to be on here long, Brian. But if you do call back in, we'll keep it running. Or if anyone else wants to keep it running for a reason, we'll keep it going. Anyways, good morning to everybody. I'm kind of speechless. So, yeah, that's what it is. Wish a few people would at least say something in here. I'm never really worried about the lurkers in here, but boy, I wish somebody would step up and say something, because it'd be nice. Good morning. And you were right about the septic. When I told you about septic, I don't know as much as you do, and right now that's what they're treating her for septic. And Brian was just in here, and So she's got a lot of swelling, and she's in a lot of pain, and I think her liver's shut down, and yada yada. So she's not awake. Bryan can only go in there. Yeah, and I'm sure they're pumping her full of shit. Which I thought that shit would really more stress on the liver, but like, why the fuck are you giving somebody with a weak liver OxyContin of all things? You can't give her fucking cannabis though, because you fucking right-wing Christian coalition cocksuckers in the fucking South want to keep this weed illegal. And thank you for bailing the fuck out of here, who just bailed the fuck out of here. Probably one of them coward Jew motherfuckers. And their bullshit. And infest our goddamn government with their fucking bullshit. So anyways, keep your goddamn religious bullshit the goddamn fuck out of our goddamn government. How's that? And we probably wouldn't be dealing with this as bad as it is. Fucking retarded cocksuckers. Anyways, good morning, everybody. I'm going to try to pull into a happy mode here without the aid of cannabis either. I'm going to pull it out. I had a great visit yesterday. I was delighted. My friend, he's up there in age, and it was such a great visit. I cut a watermelon. I'll show you guys my watermelon. I cut a watermelon, and I was so delighted, I mean, I was just so fucking delighted. So fucking delighted. And we had Miss Dragon do a video about jumping on people's shit, and she's right. She's right, but I'll tell you one thing. You keep that bullshit the fuck out of my goddamn government. So there's our watermelon. I got good news. These seeds are nice and ripe. And maybe I'll be able to share with some of these with you. All right, let's see if we get a picture of this. Let me set it up here. And there you go. There you go. Got a nice watermelon. Good morning to everybody. Groveland. Bryan, my deceased husband went sepsis at 80 years old. I didn't know that. He made it another 7 years. Do you have a wound van on her? I don't think Bryan's here. A wound vac. What I know, Groveland, the visit was excellent. The visit was excellent. Just let me touch on Groveland. I don't know what they're doing in the ICU. I have no clue. I know Bryan told us she had a wound doctor, and that's when I talked to her. That was the day she came in here and tell us she was waiting to go into her appointment. And she was excited that they were going to come to the house once a day and change her bandage. It should have been changed 5 times a day. But the state of Alabama, being a corporation, don't think people are worth spending the money on their health. So now Alabama's going to probably end up eating this fucking bill, which is probably $20,000, $30,000 a day. So fuck you people running your medical bullshit. When you want to spend that much fucking money on your military industrial complex and leave your fucking people to go down the way this woman is and millions of other people every year, not giving them proper treatment in the beginning to try to stave it off, and then let these people go into this massive fucking money draining system. I think most of the time in most states, the people that set this shit up got fucking stocks in the medical field. Collusion going on. Because it makes no sense to me or anybody else. Why wouldn't take care of somebody in the beginning and do a good fucking job? It's a good example right here. Left me 5 fucking years with Lyme. How many more people in the state of Maine can't get help from Lyme? Yeah, it is. It's, you know, I mean, you need to change your oil in your car. You got 30,000 miles on this oil. You're going to start eating up your fucking barons. Let's get your oil changed. Oh, that's going to cost $30. And that's the way the state does it. And I actually think they do it on purpose. I really do. I think what they did to me and what they did to Verdi and many others is just a repulsive bigwigs that set this shit up with the legislature so they can line their fucking pockets. And that'd be the first thing I do when you come into my office is find out who all your investments are. You know, there's a law in our Federalist Papers that says all senators and presidents must divest. And Trump didn't divest, and neither did any of them goddamn Jew niggas in the fucking Senate divest. And if anyone in here knows a senator that did divest, I will apologize. But till you find that fucking senator, they don't divest, and they haven't for years. And it's just been an ongoing issue. You know, I had someone sit here in front of me, some fucking punk, when I talked about Nancy Pelosi being a street walking whore for the mafia. Well, you know, that might have been bending it a little bit, but she wasn't no fucking $150 million in the fucking bank. She gets in the Senate, she got $150 million in the fucking bank. 154, actually, according to the Jimmy Dore show. How the fuck did she attain that? She gets 170 grand a year. You're not supposed to do that shit. And that's what the fuck, you know, I joined the army and I'm making widgets out there earning $300 million a year. You got to give that shit the fuck up, man. You can't be in the U.S. Army having a business like that. Yeah, ice cream and reefer, no shit. Well, probably you got safer reefer than that bimbo does. But you should have seen the hatred when I said that. You should have seen the hatred. Oh, I should have videotaped it, but I don't hate this girl. I don't hate this woman. I'm just saying, Jesus Christ, man. You know? No wonder why we can't do nothing. You know, no wonder why we can't work together. What I'm saying has truth and teeth behind it. You might not like me using the foul language and the analogy, but you should be a grown-up to realize, hey, you know, he might be up to something here. Might be on to something. And go find out. But, you know, that's what happens when we fall into that paradigm of the left and right. It's they're like fucking people this time of year playing fucking goddamn NFL football. My team against your team. And it's never productive. Donald Trump hasn't done nothing but turn this country into a Jew shithole. He's got data collection on you. He's got contact tracing. He executive order. He didn't even let the legislature do it. A lot of that shit. Agreements with Israel that make most of Donald Trump's people very fucking angry. And pot is still a class 1 drug. Does that mean I want you to vote for Joe Biden? He's a fucking cocksucker. I'll be back. Anyways, there was admiration and I will try to do a video. There is an admiration of my my basil is in the house. It's all in bloom. This is a 2-year basil plant. It's all in bloom. I think I'm going to let it go. I think I'm going to let it go, and she's done really well. I got some other basil, and I got some basil packed up. Wound back. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. And I didn't realize you were that old. If I get this right, my deceased husband went septis at 80 years old. So I didn't realize you were that old Groveland, and celebrate it. More of T-Man is insane. More of T. I don't know. Yeah, MJ knocked it right out of the park, you know. I mean, in that situation, you know, the only son, you know, basically the only family, maybe we'll get him oh, thank you. Yeah, you want more of T-Man? You want more of this fucking Jew coward? This draft dodging piece of shit? Lying sack of shit. No, he ain't lying sack of shit. He told you he knew who did 9/11. That was up to you Trump supporters to back him up and fucking come up with a petition like, Donald, go after the Clintons. Donald, go after the fucking 9/11 people. That would have been irresponsible. Sitting there with a flag in your front yard and call yourself a Trump supporter is total fucking bullshit. To be active, and do what we do here, and watch No More News and find out what your fucking president has really done to you. So does that mean don't even go down the road of Joe Biden? I'll tell you something. You bring Joe Biden to me, and Ralphie has just don't give a fuck about putting bad medicine blood on him, I'd skin that motherfucker alive. That was one of the worst things. Charlie Schumer, Dianne Feinstein. These are people's opinion. No, it ain't. Big business and big pharma put these people in place. We are only the fucking puppets. And now Trump gave the Jews free reign. Called them a race. Executive order now. They're a race. So you can't even talk about them. Trump flags flying on the pickups here. Yeah. Yeah, that's the new thing, ain't it? Look at the big fucking pickup. I don't do nothing with it. I don't haul nothing. But I got a big fucking pickup with loud fucking exhaust. Fucking asshole fucking lighting. And big fucking tires just tearing up the goddamn roads that no money to fix. But I got all this shit because I worked hard. And look at my Donald Trump. I got to give credit to Donald Trump for all the money I got in my pocket. Shallow fucking people. And, you know, don't even get there with Joe Biden. And you know something? I sat here and I told him, I don't really give a fuck who you voted for. I known that boy before you were fucking born practically. 40 fucking years, 45 fucking years. While you were raising kids, I would come after fucking Carhagen a day on Narragansett Bay and watch C-SPAN. I wasn't watching shit. I was watching C-SPAN and watching that motherfucker do the damage he did to this country, and the Republican fucking coward Jews that's put their fucking name on shit like the fucking crime bill. That made no sense to anybody out here, but our Senate's going to make sure we get the crime bill. So call a fucking Jew a Jew. Oh, I learned a lot. I remember Ron Paul and that fucking filthy coward pedophile, and he is a pedophile. Joe Biden. I remember him, Charlie Schumer. I watched hearings that you people probably never seen. And I'm not, this ain't a competition. You just had a fucking life. I took it upon myself to watch the Waco hearing, the Ruby Ridge hearing, and all the shenanigans that went on. And I watched the people that were covering for these fucking filthy, overpaid, overburdened, fucking motherfucking murderers that should have been fucking dissolved a long time ago before even Trump got into office. You should have got rid of the ATF and you should have got rid of the fucking FBI. You should have got rid of the fucking DEA and you should have got rid of the fucking IRS. You should have got rid of the goddamn Federal Reserve System. End of conversation. That's not an opinion. That's a true historic fact which buried this country into a Jew fucking shithole. And we're going into Noahide law now. And Noahide, if you don't know what that is, you can't go to fucking Adam Green no more because the filthy fucking Jews at Google pulled this channel. And we should call the FTC. I'll put that up. You know, these fucking assholes that talk about, yeah, we got to work together. Look, call the FTC and start an account like I did and tell the fucking FTC you want Donald Trump to break up Google and fucking YouTube. Because it has been just nothing but a total motherfucking mess on this platform. Including billions and billions and probably even trillions of hours of people with hard work on YouTube finding their channels wiped right the fuck out. So if you really want to do something and you're not a coward Jew like most of you are, where's Super Dave and all his 5,000 subs? Do you do the little video says, you know, Google has taken over fucking YouTube and it's been nothing but a holy shithole mess. And urge your fucking people to make a phone call to the FTC to get Google broken up. We can do this. We can't stop the chemtrails right now. And we can't stop this pig in the White House from fucking handing our country over to Israel. And we can't stop the millions of fucking people that were busted on federal fucking land with a marijuana joint. But one thing we can do is stop the censorship. And if we don't stave off the censorship, you're not going to have a fucking way to find out all the wonderful shit that you do on YouTube. It's off the fucking, it blows right off the planet. Go-to channel. My theory is the filthy Jews at YouTube are going to pull autoplay. I don't know any of you. I don't know any of you that run autoplay. I'm like, why the fuck have you got this thing autoplay? And so now every time I log into YouTube, I got autoplay. So now you're going to have to go to fucking Jews at fucking Google to get an app to stop the autoplay. Just like they did with the fucking go-to channel. You know, everyone's like, oh, Ralph, don't worry about go-to channel. Just go download this app from Google and it'll let you go. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I shouldn't have to download nothing. Lurkers, you're so worried about content, but yet I don't know all 12 of the fucking people that are in this room right now. I can't block the people in the room that I don't want in the room. So don't tell us that you're doing something proper. And I had a great conversation on the phone with an FTC lady that was in charge of this YouTube bullshit. And she was very educated. Some of you might remember her. That phone interview. And she agreed with me. She says, we don't think we can do anything about this. I said, would you at least try? And she said she would. But this is what's going on for a lot of people that don't know this platform. The person sitting across from me, she don't like, Yeah, come on in and chat. They've always been welcome to come on in and chat. Or we're going to get another Bobby Blowjob named person come in here and talk and asking me if fucking vaginas have teeth at 30 years old. Come on. I just need a puffy. I had a real tough time getting on here this morning. I was late, and thank you, because I needed the sleep. But the fucking machine was fucking up. So I'm gonna go have a smoke. I'm not really gonna run on one today. We'll give the lurkers a few more minutes to come in here and say hello. Miss Dragon, I watched your video yesterday, but right is right, and that's not an opinion. What we're going through, if we're going to keep going around saying opinion, and you're not going to use common sense, especially in and you don't want me degrading people, then I don't know how other degrading don't get the fucking people to call FTC, and being kind doesn't get them to call FTC. But as a man of wisdom that fucking can see, if we have fucking 300 people call fucking FTC and say, I want Google and I want fucking YouTube broken up immediately, we might get some results. So don't tell me you're doing something on your YouTube channel. Adam Green can't do that. Adam Green did that. That'd be it. But it didn't matter. It was it anyways. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Many of you lurkers in here were the evil ones. In my eyes, anyways. And your friends on these bigger channels, maybe you should think about how wrong you were about Verdi and I, about how wrong you were about a lot of the shit you fucking portrayed, and just agree that you were wrong. You made a mistake and you fucked up. I got this call from one of the gals in here, and she was telling me about one of the ladies that fucking attacked me and how she feels so bad. We're such good friends. Well, I'm not an animal. You can write me. Jimmy Jew don't write me. You're the ringleader of the whole fucking deal. I'm done with you. I don't hate you. I forgive you. But I don't want to see you. But one of the other channels, I really don't want to hear from her. She supposedly showed up here. I really don't want to hear from any of them people. I like the room the way it's going. We've seen the power that you have, all sticking together, coming in here, trying to fuck this channel up. You did good. You did good. So the faker is in the ICU, and she's got septic. Do I know that for sure? Did I go to the ICU and walk in and see her? Well, first I'd have trouble recognizing her. But no, I didn't. But this is YouTube. It's a platform. And you got to have some trust for people. And when you got nigger Jews like that fucking cocksucker that come in here and trip shit up, it's hard to find fucking trust in anything you do. Don't send me $1 billion. Don't send me your beads. Don't send me anything. The damage has been done. Once you're out of the blue, baby, you're into the black. And there ain't no coming back. Mr. fucking spiritual man. So, all I got to say is, let's put all our differences aside. I said what I had to say about that person. He's got a channel. He can go do a fucking counter bullshit. Or what you can do is fucking write a letter on your next donation to your fucking super channel that you needed to have in your life, just to pretend you're a fucking proper YouTuber. And fucking encourage them to call the FTC. Let's get Google the fuck off of fucking YouTube. Let's get the fucking FTC doing more regulation of fucking YouTube. Do I want government regulation? Absolutely not. But unfortunately, the filthy, cheap Jews that we have in Senate and Congress didn't protect the internet. Did not protect the internet. They did not protect us from these vultures. And this whole thing was a planned scheme to let it go this way so we could blow out the fucking stock market with tech like YouTube stock and now the last I heard, I think in May of that year they lost $56 million. You got trillions of dollars missing in your government. Who's to say the government, John Brennan, didn't orchestrate this along with Google to get their way to fucking watch everything we're doing here on YouTube and selling our data? Good morning, Brian. Yeah, pray. We put that out. Pray and send good mojo. I'll go get the GoFundMe. I'm going to go get the GoFundMe, all right, for Verdi. Listen to me very closely. If you're going to donate money, go through GoFundMe. Because Brian and I had talked, and that money is recoverable. If you don't have money to donate, and you liked Verdi and you didn't realize that she was in this type of shape right now, that's all good. But you can send her a little card, and just be aware, we're all hoping she pulls through this. But Brian, you do have access to the mail, right? You can go pick up your mom's mail if you needed to. So if you're going to send a check there, I wouldn't do that. I think the best way is to go to a GoFundMe. Yes, not for long. Meaning, You don't think she didn't pay her mailbox? All right, but you know, Brian, call me later on. Call me later on. I wouldn't do nothing on here right now. I want to ask you about that. Is her mailbox paid up? And if her mailbox isn't paid up, I'll get on the phone with you. Rub-a-dub, look at this, Rub-a-dub stepped it up and gave Verdi a donation. Good for you. Rub-a-dub, good loving man with his wife Jan. They're not really wealthy. And Rub-a-dub's been stepping right up. All right, but I'm only going to call you really quick to get the address you want to give out, and we'll discuss that on the phone. So I'm going to mute the microphone. You guys talk amongst yourself. I know we got quite a few people in here this morning, but not a whole lot talking this morning. Yeah, well, thank you. That was big of you, Brian. Really, yeah. You want to thank everybody that helped. You know, I mean, they made a difference. The good people out there did make a difference. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Unfortunately, the bureaucratic bullshit to go rent a home in Alabama is just overwhelming. So I'm going to give you a call, Brian, and I'm going to mute the mic for a second. All right, well, we got Brian back with us. He just gave me an address, and he okayed it for us to put it out on YouTube. And I'm going to give you the address right now. So what's the weather like down there, Brian?
Cloudy, supposed to rain.
I got cloudy and ice.
Where you're at?
Oh.
We're getting ice here.
You know, I told Verdi, I says, why the hell don't you just pack up you and kid, come up here, I got a spare bedroom. She says, you know, Ralph, I appreciate it, but I don't think I could handle the cold. I says, yeah, you know, we get below 0 up here.
I lived in Denver before. You know, I can deal with cold. I lived in the Rocky Mountains, so year-round snow.
Did you really?
Yeah, my parents used to own a piece of property up there in the Rocky Mountains.
Oh, no kidding. Oh yeah, I heard about that from Jimmy Jew. Jimmy Jew was is a guy on YouTube that was saying, well, we're donating.
And then we moved down here from Ohio, and the snow up there can get 3 or 4 feet deep. So
yeah. Wow.
Like, you know about the lead, the garbage cans, you know, that's why they make heavy, thick freaking jackets. And if you can art, you can make a fur jacket.
Right. You're getting much love in the room here. So all right, let me yeah, you know, I went through that shit with one of these fucking asshole YouTubers, and he was telling me, oh, why should we donate money? She owns hundreds of acres in Colorado. I says, no, she don't. That's going a long time ago. And he argued with me. You know, that's the kind of Jew I deal with. So, anyways, all right, here you go. I'm going to give you this phone number, and so there's a new place to send Verdi's mail. Now, as far as her GoFundMe page, can you access that and change the P.O. box? Get rid of that P.O. box and put this address in?
I have no idea. I just picked up her stuff today. Would you know how she ever did that? Did she do it on her phone or did she do it on her computer?
I think she did it on the phone.
Okay, well, I've got her phone in my hand right now, and there's no GoFundMe set up on here, but I can get access to her computer and see if I can try. But as long as there's no password to get into that page, I should be able to change it. Well, I mean, the GoFundMe address, the GoFundMe, that's going to go into her bank account, which I have her bank cards, so.
Yeah, the GoFundMe, that's why I'm urging anyone that wants to donate to go to Go.
I have access to her emails, so, I'll be able to see the GoFundMe emails.
If you have access to an email, you should be able to go in there, but sometime today, even if you need help figuring it out, try to get that P.O. box pulled down if the other guy isn't giving you any information. You told me, and you don't have to say who it is. I don't have
access to the P.O. box he has, so.
Right.
My mom was, when she was healthy, she would get him to bring her mail from it. I don't have access to that.
So that would be one thing I would think about doing and working on today, Brian, is get his new address put on the GoFundMe page.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of people in my room don't have money, but they might write a card or something, and we don't want it going there.
Oh yeah, that's something to make clear. The address that Ralph just put that's not the address on the GoFundMe. That would make that clear. The address, if people want to send paper checks or if they want to send, gifts or cards or anything for that mom, use the address I gave you, Ralph. But if they're going to do GoFundMe, I'm going to try to access that. But, if she made a password on there, I wouldn't know that. So.
Right. So I think if anything drastic happens, I'm sure the bank, I think all the money goes to the bank, and I think that could be worked out.
Yeah, the GoFundMe doesn't, that's a different, that goes to the bank card, so that's something I can access anyways. But, if they're going to send paper checks or cards or anything like that, or, get well, anything, gifts, anything, send it to that address I gave you.
Right, but I would urge them not to send any monetary gifts through the mail right now. Go to GoFundMe, but if you want to send her a box of chocolate, you can mail them to that address I put in.
Yeah, I mean, anything they want to mail, it'll come here and ain't gonna get no message. So, but I mean, I know there's some people that don't have GoFundMe, and everything else. So.
All right. Yes, I got a very dismal day up here again. Cloudy, overcast, and cold. I don't think we're going to get 40, 45 degrees today.
All right, well, Ralph, I'm going to have to catch you later because I've got to unpack the car of all my mom's stuff, so.
Oh, she moved out of that place?
No, I went and got all of her stuff because, to be fair, when she gets out the hospital, she gets well and gets out, she needs to be in a place where I'm actually able to go into the building, the house she's in, and I can help check on her and take care of her. That's a better women's shelter. Men aren't allowed inside, and it's just not. I can't really do that with her there. So,
your second mission of the day I'm going to give you is if you can get that GoFundMe address changed. But you know something? Why don't you try to contact the hospital administrator himself or herself and tell her what the situation is, and tell her, this ain't very good. I need to be with my mom. And maybe they can set you up in a room with an extra bed if you choose to use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to work out too that well because, like I said, when she went to the ICU, she's in the CICU because they didn't have many beds in the other ICUs. So she's in an intensive care unit for people that have heart problems. And she doesn't have a heart problem. And that's how, full up on beds they are. Plus, she got the coronavirus going on. They're making extreme steps for me to even visit her because the virus is not allowed to go inside the hospital.
So maybe they can make an exception and put a bed up there so you can at least hang out up there. That was my thought. Good job. So
I'll try and see, but I don't. It's just I'm sure she told you a lot, and I've told you a lot that the healthcare here just really isn't all about caring in those situations like that deep. Like they care, but they only care to an extent.
And good big pat on the back from going and get her sensitive stuff out of that dump she was at.
Oh, I got everything of hers.
Good.
Everything. She got all of
it. Good. And now, if she comes back out, is she going to be able to get back in?
They said she was welcome back, but I'm gonna try to figure something else out. That's why I'm hoping with the pastor and the whole thing works out. If I get some money saved up, I'm gonna try help and help get her a place, even if it's just a 1-bedroom for her.
I think that's very honorable of you, and I wish you best of luck looking for work.
Thank you.
And you've been really, really stellar, and I'm glad I got to talk to you. And I know you got to run, so you have a good day and take good care of yourself. And stop in anytime we're live, or you can call me.
All right, I will. You have a good day.
All right, take care, Brian. Brian Bolster, ladies and gentlemen, with the new address. I will put this in a link, and when I'm done with this, we'll go another half hour. I'm going to run 2 hours. Then I got to go. Get an attorney. Oh, Groveland, there should have been attorneys involved in this a long time ago. And I'll tell you why, Groveland. Hey, Jules, snowing there. Thank you for the report. Thank you. I think Ralph's going to pick peppers in a snowstorm. Good morning, Jules. I'm going to change this to update Verdia. I'm going to get rid of coffee and chat. And if you forget the address, I will put this in the description along with her GoFundMe when I'm all done. So you didn't know Verdi, Jules. She's a real sweet lady from Alabama, and she's in intensive care right now. So good morning to you. And for you folks that didn't know Verdi, she's a swell woman. So, you know, she's always been positive here on YouTube and comes out with some good stuff, and just a funny, good overall woman. And let's hope she gets out of the ICU. I think we got everything covered. We got our communication lines all established, which I'm so grateful that somebody jumped in here today. Brian did. Liver cancer, septic, swelling, heavy swelling, terrible pain, and she's not communicating. So that's a situation with Verdia. Groveland is absolutely right. You know, I had when she told me that the surgeon actually bailed on her. She bailed on her. She fucked up. She infected this woman, the way I understand it. The wound didn't heal, and she bailed on her. And then she had trouble finding another doctor that would touch her because she already had one of her gangsters in the medical field. You know, that whole fucking AMA bunch of criminal cocksuckers, how they work together. And the Jew lawyers and insurance, you know, they run everything. You can't use common sense in all this shit. I had suggested to her, but she just is too goddamn weak. So if you're in Alabama and you know what the situation is, and you think you can contact a lawyer there, and I think it should have been done a long time ago. Not so much to fuck the doctor over and take money from him, but that the lawyer would have had their own doctors that she could have gotten seen what was going on. All right, thank you very much, Jules. Just to remind you, if you want to make a donation, that's up to you, but do it on GoFundMe. You can send a nice card, but just be aware that Brian is probably going to be the conscious one on anything you send down there. And Brian's 27-year-old son, Verdi. I'm glad to have address to send a card or something. Right on, sis. Right on. You know how sad this is? You know, that filthy Donald Trump didn't pull fucking class 1 drug off. We could all send her some reefer to help her out, or some tincture months and months and months ago. And then the filthy state of Alabama that wants to keep this shit criminalized so they can float their fucking industrial military court in prison fucking investment. Brian doesn't have medical power of attorney. I didn't ask that. I did not ask that. But I think that can be granted. I think that can be granted. I think. In most states, I think, like if the person goes unconscious and it's only son or whatever, I think that can be granted. So that's a good point. And Brian's got, a few problems with, I think it's HDHD, so I think he's doing spectacular anyways. I was really shocked to see all this shit go down this morning. So I'm very grateful for the people that got in contact us. Storm, weather storm. You've been through this before. Yes, a hospital discharge plan can assist with medical power of attorney. Oh, I didn't know that. Good. And I'm glad to have you former medical people in here for sure. Ever heard of ICU psychosis? Psychosis, I think. What is that? I don't know what that is. You don't tie people's hands as a Republican. You don't tie people's hand as a republic. You don't fucking burden people with your fucking morality bullshit because you don't like the fucking weed. Go fuck yourself, you coward fucking niggas, every last one of you. That's all I got to say about that. You notice I didn't even give you a label of Jew coward nigga because you're not worthy of it. Jews are much more powerful than you. You're just a bunch of fucking has-been. Sit there and drink your fucking alcohol until you can't walk. And say that's all right. But a nice, good, smoky reefer? No, we don't do that shit. Nope, that's the devil's drug. Drug. Narcotic. Joe Biden in his gang back then, about that time, got the label narcotic. Although I do watch 1 Adam 12, so I might be wrong on my history with that because 1 Adam 12 calls reefer narcotic. So I mean, it could have been from the Nixon days, but whatever flagrant fucking assholes that put legislation down calling reefer narcotic, I would hunt them down and try them for. That's what I would do with my time in the Oval Office. I just heard that earlier this year. My dad had a typical event ended up in ICU, had never heard of it before. So just wondering if you had. Can you explain that to us in a few words? Leave people alone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, might not like my language and you might not like what I'm saying. And I disagree with you on this, miss, but I still dig you. You're all right. Look at the damage you've done to these fucking people in this country that have been smoking pot for 40, 50 fucking years. Trying to sustain, Oh, yeah, I don't think she's even there. I think maybe in her thoughts she might be. Dearest Dawn, good morning. You're iced in, no electricity. Can't stay on here. Hey, best wishes to you. Yeah, J7409 mentioned you were going to get hammered with one hell of an ice storm. So, good morning to you. Jewel is from Southern Maine. She says it's snowing down there. I'm about 2 hours north, and I don't have snow yet, and it don't smell like snow. Dawn, Dawn, I will a real quick one. If you really need AC electricity, and you got an automobile, you may want to run out and get yourself an inverter, power inverter, if you don't have a generator there. What you'll do is attach this to your car battery. You'll start your car. You'll turn the inverter on. You plug in an extension cord and run it into your refrigerator to try to keep any of the foods from going bad. But if you're that cold, you could probably put them in a cooler outside. If bad, lots of trees and lines. For real? Can you do a video? Can you do a video for us? So remember that if you don't have money for an inverter, $100 will get you an inverter. If you don't have money for a generator. Whole state, no hotels to be found. Do you need a hotel? Do you need a hotel, dearest? I thought you had your own place. Okay, good. And just remember, most inverters will shut off at 12.6 volts. And that's like where the battery voltage is. So you might have to idle your car. which will bring it up to 13.8 and should have enough amperage to run your refrigerator. Your refrigerator is probably only about 400 watts. So good for you. Good. And, you know, that's one thing when we do have these ice storms, you know, you got frozen foods and take a cooler and put it outside so, you know, none of the squirrels can get in your food. Remember that. You know, that's a good survival technique. Actually, what I do is, sorry, Dawn. What I do is I actually will place some milk jugs out there for heat and cooking. Excellent. I don't know how big your inverter is. You can run an electric heater. Actually, I don't even know what kind of heating system you have. If it's forced hot air, you might find the actual maximum wattage that whole unit draws. And probably the biggest thing going to draw is the fan that blows the hot air throughout the house. If your inverter is big enough, you could probably do it. But then you might have to raise the idling in car, too, to run it. Because that is a big motor. I think you're looking at probably 1,200 watts, 900 watts, ballpark figure. I know, you know, it really probably wouldn't even be that hard to figure out how to disconnect it from the fuse box and then add a plug to it. But you got to disconnect the wires from the fuse box that goes to your heat and then put a male plug on there and then plug it into your extension cord and you should be able to run your heat. I don't know how cold you're going to be. Missouri. Dearest Dawn lives in Missouri. Well, you know, Russo, you're going to go run battalion. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, sir? I say, I've been busted 4 times down to an E1. The fuck am I going to do doing a bird colonel's job? The fuck is wrong with you? Yeah? Brigade? Yeah? You going up to run brigade, Russo? Wait a minute. How the fuck you fuckers keep busting me and put me in that position to run brigade? They could never answer that. How come I'm always getting in fucking trouble here? You got me running brigade. You know what's right outside my personnel carrier? The Air Force. I go tap him on the shoulder. I says, come here. I say, I got these people here. Supposedly they got, 2,000 troops here. Can we get a B-52 strikes? Yeah, I'll coordinate it with you. Boom. And we coordinate a B-52 strike or whatever. Air Force, man. Great bunch of people. Long hair, hippies. Best food I ate at the mess hall, too. Fucking excellent food. to smoke a joint, you know, and I think I'm going to roll one. I normally don't smoke during the day, but I think we're gonna load up a joint. I think I'm in deserve of it. So, anyways, you know, I mean, a lot of people, you know, they don't like me and shit. That's your own problem. So a lot of people do. I do, you know, I don't know it all. I just use what I learned in the military, how to run people, you know, and how things work and how you work together. You know, you're going out on patrol with an officer. You can't stand the motherfucker. Neither can the other two people stand the motherfucker. But you got to live with this motherfucker. And you're going to be in the Georgia swamps or the fucking North Carolina tick-infested woods or Fort Drum up there in the 10th Mountain Division. And you got to work with them. And you got to learn how to fucking, you know, we all powwow. You see, I tell this story, but I don't think a lot of people can understand this, you know. So my job was to find a target and call the targeter. No, I didn't have a fucking GPS. So we walked all this distance. We had to keep, because when we let out of the helicopter or found a benchmark, we had to count the footsteps to where we was. And we had to follow an azimuth and draw that line on there. This is how we did shit in the old days. And then when we look out and we see the tank that we're going to shoot at, well, we spread out. We go out 200-300 yards apart, take a walk. And one guy stays here. He shoots his azimuth. He looks at the target. He says, 1,100 meters. The guy on the right shoots a fucking azimuth. He comes back with the azimuth. He says 1,200 meters. And the other guy shoots an azimuth and says 1,300 meters. So we powwowed. Call that powwow. And we take the average, which is 1,200 meters. And then we figure out our azimuth, intersect, draw lines on the map. Where they intersect, we think that's where the target is. Hey, look, though. Before we shoot this round, look at the tank is on the edge of this 60-foot cliff. So we're a little bit off. Let's move our first round over to this because I think that's where, oh, yeah, bro. Yeah. Or whoever came up with this. Or looking at the contour lines. Then we fire one round downrange. The point of all this was not to teach you how to shoot artillery in the old days, because now you just point a laser rangefinder on it and you got your GPS position and that goes right back to the gun automatically. I don't think even a modern forward observer has to do any of that shit. I don't even think they're on a map. So what was the point? The point of the whole thing is working together. Now, here comes the fucking officer that we don't like because he went off on 600 meters away because you gotta open up when you shoot an azimuths to get a bigger, wider degree. The more wider degree you got, the more accurate you are. And the officer comes in, I think it's 3,000 meters. Now, he's the ranking officer. So I tell you what we're going to do, sir. This is what we come up. No, it's not 1,200. It's 3,000. Okay, sir. Why don't you get on the phone and call your first round? Make it a Willie Pete round so we can all see it and embarrass the living fuck out of you. See, it wasn't about rank. It was about the truth. And it's always been about the truth. And he shoots his first round. That fucking thing is in Idaho. Sir, I'm going to call this coordinate in. And we're going to try this one. Oh, okay. Yeah. And your second round is fire for effect. I mean, you know, that's classic. So when you say that you want to work together and stuff, if you don't want to get involved with Verdi, that's understandable. That ain't what I'm talking about. But to sit there and do a fucking YouTube channel and tell people how the world's falling apart and not doing nothing about it is just more bullshit. Okay, good morning to you. Groveland lives in Florida. Good morning. Hey, thank you. Some great video you took. I really like you, man. I wish you'd get into the backcountry. Maybe plan some trips. Maybe plan some trips into backcountry and do your video. You know, I mean, maybe there's some historic Pony Express trail near you, you know, not far from your house. You know what you do? Put gummy bears in his put gummy bears in his Chex Mix or whatever he munches on while watching TV. Tie him to the bed and say, "We're going to have a hot day here, you and I, honey." Yeah. I mean, you know, that's good morning, Jewel. Yeah, that's some cool shit, man. Anyways, I really enjoyed your video. Thank you so very much. And the sky really is so pretty. Places that remind me of Wonder Hussy. I think you know, I don't know. I don't know what your situation is, but you know, you can email Wonder Hussy. And you could say, you know, you live in Carson City, and if you're ever up in the area, I don't know what you and your husband, you know, basically she just needs a place to park her car and sleep in it. I don't know if you got a bed, a spare bedroom or something, but yeah, invite her up. Invite her up if she's going to go do one, and maybe your husband wouldn't have a problem with that. You know, maybe you can follow her out to some place that she found really interested in, go do a video with her. Well, I just thought, you know, I think big. I think, yeah. I got Sarah's email. I don't hide it from anyone. I'm not trying to be anything like that. Yeah, I think it's wonderhussy at Gmail, I think. Last night I saw that Sanford, Maine. Oh, my God. High five, girl. High five, high five, high five. High five. We're going to go right there right now. Ladies and gentlemen, when I lived in Rhode Island, I looked at Maine as a bunch of people, backcountry people, and that's not a degrade. I'm not degrading nobody. That's actually, it's pretty good shit. You know, well-grounded people, maybe not a lot of money, live in the backcountry, chop their firewood, you know, do hunting and fishing and all that shit. So I come from the city, and that's the way I looked at Maine. Jesus fucking Christ. All I could say, what the fuck happened up here? What the goddamn fuck happened? Mandatory vaccines 2 years ago. The school department, and I'm going to go find the article right now. The school department vaccinated fucking children without the parents' permission yesterday. I should be getting a letter from right now. Hey Ralph, they're dragging out the fucking education department out right now, and they're tar and feathering them. They stripped them down, and they're tar and feathering them right at this minute. They're not killing anybody. If you're too fat and fucking overweight like the fat pig in the White House and you drop dead of a heart attack, that's your own problem. Sayonara. What a disgraceful bunch of fucking pigs. So anyways, thank you for bringing that up. We were, I'm going to go look. I'm looking right now. Elementary school, we got shots, but bet my parents knew. Yeah, I think, Stephanie, you had to get permission to do everything. You had to get permission to get your pictures taken, if you guys don't remember, right? Here we go. I can't thank Carol from Never Lose Truth. I'll put the link in chat. This is a fucking abomination. And before we start this, I'm going to end with this video. We're going to end. It's 14 minutes long. And then I got some shit to do here. I do got to get my peppers out of the garden. I do got to get a top on the roof. I still got to buy more shit for it. I don't have the money right now. So next week we'll be able to do that. And then I got to put this massive fucking thing on the roof. And I really hate doing that shit. So I'm going to let this play. You guys keep talking amongst yourself if you don't find it interesting. But let me tell you something right now. I got to put a warning out for you coward Jews out there. The language that my friend Carol speaks of is pretty spicy. So if you're a coward Jew and can't handle a little spicy language and you want to pay attention to the spicy language and not the fucking message, why don't you just leave now? I got mine from Ocean State Job Lot. I prefer their top. Permission slip for everything. Every fucking thing we did. You want to go get pictures taken? You want to go to the Gilbert Stewart Museum? Fucking permission. And in a bond between the school and the fucking parents back then, not this phony bullshit now. They're separating it. And so, all right, I'm going to let this run, keep my mouth shut here. I normally don't smoke, but we're going to have a little toke here right now. Because it's been quite a day. And if you just got in here, Stephanie, you can scroll back. I'll keep this video up. Brian, Verdia's son, came in and filled us out. I just want to mention this, not to be redundant. Verdia is in the hospital. She's septic. She's yellow. She's bloated up. She's got her liver not doing too good, and she's not awake. So that's the latest on Verdi. All right, let's go play this. I can't thank you enough, Carol. Carol did a great video on bioweapon line. She did a great video about Bolshevik communists living in Maine, and a lot of them. And I'm not here to degrade Maine. It's not productive for me. So don't take it as a degrading thing. Take it as a warning that you are around a lot of Bolshevik communists in Maine. Here we go. Carol from Never Lose Truth.
Hi, everyone. It is October 27, 2020. I want to thank my subscriber for leaving the information that I am.
Thank you, Jewel. Thank you, Jewel. Totally slipped my mind.
I would never have known this. Sanford, Maine. Listen.
Real quick about Stanford. 2 weeks ago, they passed an ordinance, and the city council voted on it. Mask outside. Walk around with mask.
One parent posting their child has now received that vaccine twice.
I was a little upset. Oh, a little more than upset.
George Kimball says his daughter, a 7th grader, received a flu shot without his permission.
She had the paperwork in her hand, and she asked me if I'd signed her up for a flu shot. And I said no. And she's like, well, I got one. It's our biggest response.
Let me just say that if I were the parent, I don't care if I was in front of a news reporter being filmed. I would be fucking furious. That guy just, I don't know.
You don't hear fucking come out of that woman's mouth too often.
Expression of
absolutely
emotion
right.
With
Good thing I didn't have them.
Of Americans just seems rather.
We'd be giving vaccine. We'd be giving vaccine to the vaccine givers. Hey, you do. Let's turn this around.
Okay.
You gave to me, now I give to you. Yeah.
Brilliant guy. Not him. The superintendent.
Responsibility is the safety of our students.
Matt Nelson, Sanford's superintendent, says the school district is investigating.
We became aware that there might have been an issue where the protocols and procedures were not followed.
Nelson says the school district, which partners with an outside agency to administer the flu shots, does require parental consent.
We require a signature for parents, not just something that we announce to say, hey, come get your flu shots.
Nelson says permission slips are handed out with other paperwork at the beginning of the school year. He thinks maybe a parent didn't realize they were giving permission, or
there may be something where a form is completed, but there's no signature on it.
Kimball says he didn't sign the form and also indicated his daughter once had a previous reaction to the vaccine.
She had a previous allergy to it before and still got the flu shot.
Nelson says going forward, the district will look at what it needs to do to make the process more clear. Okay. Make the process more clear? Was that the problem? They didn't follow protocol? Why not? Okay, think about that COVID-19 vaccine. It will be mandated for these students. And in reading an article about this mandate, and I may still have it open, I don't know, do I? Yeah, many parents are hesitant to give their kids a COVID-19 vaccine. What if schools require it? What you gonna do, parents? It's a huge issue, and I don't think most people understand that yet. Well, I do. I bet every one of you really know this issue is going to present itself very shortly. Michelle Vargas of Granite City, Illinois, has always vaccinated her 10-year-old, but she does not want to vaccinate with COVID-19. There is no way in hell I would be playing politics with my daughter's health and safety. Good for you. Unfortunately, we live in the New World Order. We don't live in the United States of America. And Michelle, you don't have rights. They've been taken away from you. So, you won't let your daughter get vaccinated, and you're not going to get vaccinated? Okay. No way in hell? You don't go shopping. You don't go to work. You have to stay home until you get that vaccine. It's way late in the game, guys. Very, very way late. I read a comment earlier. I was happy to see it. We should have fought like hell against all of this. Yeah, we should have. We really should have. Well, so Maine, Sanford, Maine, wow. You're just putting that needle into the arms of 7th graders, 8th graders, without parental consent. You think that was a mistake? One parent says their child has now received the vaccine twice. 7th grade daughter received a flu shot at school, even though he didn't sign the consent form. Ooh, is anyone thinking of suing the school? Anyone thinking of getting your children out of these indoctrination centers? Anyone thinking about organizing, to try to fight off the tyranny that we are now living? Yeah, the school says our biggest responsibility is the safety of our students. Clearly it's not. Clearly it's not. Oh, God. Sometimes I wonder why I keep doing this. Okay, parents, how many times throughout the years have I said, you need to find out what your schools are doing, what they're teaching. You need now to find out, are your schools giving your children vaccinations without your consent? And also find out if your state has decided to pass legislation allowing your children to give consent without your permission. Because that's happening as well. So, Maine. Boy. Well, I could bring up an awful lot in this article that was just so friggin' absurd, but kids as young as 11 years old would be able to consent to vaccinations under a new bill proposed in Washington, D.C. This October 21, 2020. That's the date of this. Now, let me take this.
I like to mention, I didn't know they passed bills
will start to play. Yes,
to
children as young
mandate
as 11
vaccines
could be
for
allowed
all
to get
vaccines. Hey,
recommended
Jeff. Hey,
vaccinations.
Jeff, you might be
Recommended.
interested in this.
Whoa.
Good morning, Dawn.
That's a lot. That's a lot of vaccines. And are they checking?
Sanford, Maine vaccinated a
kids
shitload of
had
kids without the parents' permission.
Well,
Jeff.
clearly not, I guess, because I don't know if Maine has required the flu vaccination for the students. But if a child had the flu vaccine, clearly they were so off protocol that they weren't looking or checking anything, just shoving that needle into the arm. Yeah, 11 years old.
I like to warn you people about Tavistock.
It would allow
Tavistock. They're up here in Maine. So ain't George Bush's family.
Consent.
George Bush's people are right and fucking trenched in this dump, and he should have been dragged out.
It's interesting. This country,
yeah.
Our society.
Why don't you delete that, Jeff? There's really no need to say that. Maybe just delete it.
Individual adults to the point that
we call that a vaccine, Jeff. You'd go down there and
adult life.
With all your love, children. Jeff, that you have, you want to reciprocate and give them a vaccine. Thank God I ain't no parent this time.
Oh, let's do a drag queen story hour.
Very well said, Dawn.
Hey, that'll be fun for, those in kindergarten, first grade, second grade.
Oh, this is fucking nuts.
Or how about teaching them
oral sex is not sex.
Gender fluidity.
I love Bill Clinton. I got so much money in my fucking pocket.
How to have sex in elementary school. Those are all adult subjects that children should not be having to deal with at that age. But then as they get older and older, well, they somehow have a brain that is so infantilized that they just are continually looking for a mommy and daddy to lead them off the friggin' cliff, even the HPV
Jeff.
vaccine. How could you possibly say that an 11-year-old
That's for you, Jeff.
give informed consent? Did they do research on these vaccines to know whether or not? Oh, right. Adults don't. So, we are so unbelievably messed up in this country. 9
fucking people worrying about money.
Vaccinated.
Money.
Without parental consent.
You all it.
California, Delaware, Minnesota, New York, Alaska, Idaho,
Selfish,
Alabama, Oregon,
self-centered, self-defeating assholes.
Different ages. California, 12 and up.
Well, it's a tough
vaccines related to sexually transmitted diseases. 12 and up. Any age.
What are you doing in big hands?
Hepatitis B vaccine. New York, any age to receive vaccines related to sexually transmitted diseases. Any age in Alaska and Idaho.
Yeah, that shit. Wonder what happens if I meet a girl.
All health care services.
Hi,
Alaska,
Suki.
all
you want to get romantic?
Except abortion. That's nice of you, Alaska.
Did you have an
Give
STD
the parents
test?
something
Yeah.
to do. You know, something
Did you
to
take the
think
papilloma
about,
vaccine?
decide.
Yes.
Alabama,
Well,
14 and up.
I'm not going to be able to eat your taco
Oregon, 15
because
and up.
I don't trust
Anything.
what the
South
fuck is
Carolina,
coming out
16
of
and
there.
up. Anything. You think the states are taking away your parental rights,
So,
parents? They are.
It ain't going to be
So,
a fun 69.
yeah.
Sorry you took the vaccine.
A cat has come in, and it probably shouldn't be in here. Okay, so last we get to confirmed influenza cases hit rock.
This is very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Oh boy. A variety of factors may be at play. Social distancing, mask usage might be in play. Data suggests more complicated picture. Well, not too many people are coming down with the flu. Oh. So why did that school jab that needle into the arm of 7th and 8th graders? Okay, everything.
The fucking state police should be down there fucking grabbing some of them vaccine and finding out what's in it. Like I told you, you got Tavistock right here in Maine.
The reason why we have such low numbers of the seasonal flu.
I think they should be taking people out in handcuffs.
And mask wearing.
We won't go there. We'll wait till the fucking guy gets so goddamn pissed off at your demonic ways of doing things and goes in there and gets fucking revenge.
Right? You know,
For something you had no business doing to my fucking kid. Putting their fucking body parts all over the goddamn school. That's what the fucking state police and your judicial system wait for. Because they can't go do justice and go grab them people the fuck out of that school, every one of them, including the teachers that had the fucking kids lined up, and arrest them. And that's why you got fucking hotheads, and I'm not one of them, to go get vaccines right the fuck back. Because you fucking welfare recipients that have been in uniform don't want to do your fucking job and go in there and arrest them. And you can make more fucking money by not doing that proper thing, such as i.e. brace the fucking Bush family right in your fucking backyard for 9/11. Thank you, Carol. And I hope you enjoyed that. Demonic. But it ain't just Maine. I'm just saying, there's a few things about Maine that stand out. Look at Denver Airport. Look at Jekyll Island. Look at the Aldriches in fucking Rhode Island. Look at the fucking Rockefellers. But Maine has the fucking Bush family dynasty here. And they got Tavistock, mind control. Flu shots out. That's a good point. That's a real good point. Because, you know, every fucking year for 10 goddamn years, I watch these goddamn ignorant motherfuckers go get a flu shot, right? And then they get sick. A good portion of them get sick. But it has nothing to do with the flu shot, according to the fucking CDC. And every goddamn year after this happens, a month later, oh, the flu shot wasn't good for this type of flu. So we went through winter months, and all we heard about is Corona Bona. We didn't hear about influenza. We didn't hear about any of the other fucking hypnotic fucking bullshit fucking labeled flus that have broken out. So my buddy go get a flu shot for this type of flu, and it never happens. And then everyone got sick with the flu, and this has been over the last 10 or 15 years. And they say, I put the fucking wrong oil in your automobile. It wasn't the right oil. Right? And it's been, if you look at that fucking timeline, how it keeps going on and on and on and on and on for 15 years. Now we wake up to this Corona Bona, where you got fucking terrorists, grown-ups, just grabbing your children by the arm and giving them a fucking shot. Get the flu twice with flu shots. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a real good point. I know so many goddamn people that got that, including family members. And I was like, ha ha, go get another one. No doctor can tell me my son got autism. Don't even fucking go there, you coward motherfucking niggas, especially you cocksuckers that go to church. And Jesus Christ didn't say, hey, Bobby, you know that fucking shots you gave your kid when it came out of your wife's vagina? And I gave you the blessings of a good birth, and you took the goddamn baby and you touched my fucking work by putting shit into it. Now deal with your fucking kid to the next 30 years of autism. What a fucking, I mean, nobody uses their goddamn common sense, or is it me? I don't think I'm off the bat. Somebody fucking put a 1 in chat. I need a pat on the back right about now. But I mean, I look at all this shit going down, and I just can't fucking believe it. I really can't believe we're around grown-ups. What have you been doing? Thank you. Too many meds, flu vax, messing with me. I didn't have all that trouble. I was a good boy. My grandfather told me I was a good boy. I'm crying. Who knows what? Who knows what? It's too late, state police, because if this was a fucking money-making deal for fucking Tavistock State Police, they were careful to cover their ass. So I don't know if you can get this shit out of a kid by testing it or drawing blood, but the original shit they put in them kids on, you can't tell me what the fuck it was. Fuck you and lot numbers. I watched a nigger communist get a goddamn birth certificate because too many people knew the motherfucker was born in Kenya. And so they printed a birth certificate. He was born in Kenya. Actually, if you go back to some YouTube videos, you'll find him smoking a reefer joint with an afro. No, there is no judicial system. That's, there is none. So I growed it up. I paid attention to your government control school. I really did a good job. I had other problems, but I did a good job. And one thing I will share with you about 9th grade. I'm not sure if it was not. I could be hypnotized and tell you when that goddamn shit happened. You got a legislature branch of the government. You got an executive branch of the government. And you got a judicial branch of the government. The judicial never thought, even way back in 1913, to say, wait a minute, Thomas Jefferson told me no centralized banking. The fucking forefathers told me all barons will be paid in gold and silver, and I got gold and I got silver in my pocket. But when this shit goes down, they're going to take the gold and silver the fuck out of your pocket, enslaving us. So, as far as I understand things, I'm going to call the Federal Reserve Act the first letdown of our judicial system, including any investigative shit. I don't think the FBI was around then, but you still had Army intelligence and people that would have looked at the fucking Federal Reserve and say, wait a minute, only 6 senators signed this fucking thing. Only 6 senators signed this. What the fuck are you signing this on Christmas goddamn Eve for? Let's look into this. No. We'll just, too much trouble, you know? I mean, you got to go investigate this shit, Compactney, the abortion at Chappaquiddick. Let's go. These guys are royalty, man. You can't fuck with these guys. Life ain't perfect, but goddamn it, these goddamn motherfucking welfare niggas, and that's all they are. We want to talk about the fat woman, black woman with 18 kids and how you want to sterilize them because they sucking up the system. You fucking cocksuckers that talk that way. And I did too. I did talk that way. I've been on both sides of the aisle and watched this shit through my whole life. I was once a very staunch anti-gunner. I don't believe the military and the cops the only thing have a firearm. I lived like that until I found out the truth and all the fucking horror that went on all over the world because you took guns away from fucking people. That's why your forefathers knew that and said, it shall not be infringed. You walk into a gun shop, give me 2 tanks, a rocket launcher, a whole shitload of AR-15, M16s, whatever you want, and you walk out. You paid for them, and you walk out. I'm not scared of that person. I'm scared of the person, well, they used to, be accountable and show us where they spend our fucking defense money. They don't even that shit no more. Donald Trump, our judicial system. Donald Trump said what? Fuck 9/11. Put that out of your mind. Do a little thinking. What was it, $2.8 trillion? I think that was one of the first times in my life I ever heard the word trillion to describe fucking money. Certainly never heard 2 trillion. Go on. And you wonder why you got fucking Tiger Swan running around fucking with goddamn Indian people on their own land, shitting on their graves. Where's your judicial system? Where's the individual motherfucker wearing a badge that took the oath? Why are we talking like this? Why are the people on YouTube fed up with your goddamn bullshit? Go look, go see some of these people like Carol, like Bryan, especially Adam Green, showing your fucking dick-sucking motherfucking worshiping of this fucking idol and all the sellout to Israel. Just go look at it. before you criticize me, because there's a lot of lurkers in here. And the filthy Jews that run this platform and took the platform over, as of January 14th of 2020, every goddamn thing goes through Israel. You heard anything you do on your phone? Your daughter's showing live chat, showing her pussy to her young boyfriend, and he's showing his dick. They know your fucking kid's fucking genitalia looks like. And you're talking about child protective. I told this woman yesterday, a grown goddamn woman. I told her the Clinton Foundation go out and harvest children. Probably for me, but definitely for sex. And there's fucking goddamn judicial Jeff Sessions. Jeff, what? I pull my 30% from that fucking Jew right there. And I told many of you, from the point he brought in Jeff Sessions, it was all over. I'm done. This nigga had 30% up to the debt. But I'll be honest with you. I'm a good, loving man. Rhonda, I'm a real good, loving man deep down inside. I'm peaceful, loving man. That's what a warrior does. See, a warrior is a good lover and a good warrior. Yeah. And I says, the third day, he's going to do it today. He's going to do it today. He's going to do it today. I woke up for 3 goddamn days with this filthy fucking Jew nigga, giving him that fucking percentage. I already took it on that day. If I'm wrong here, then Ralphie gets the fucking documented that the day he brought in Jeff Sessions, we were done. And I woke up and I looked at the news and I said, come on, Donnie, come on, Donnie. And this filthy fucking Jew turns around, lies to America, total lie, total lie. That was treaty land. He violated. So did JFK, though. JFK gives us some good shit. What did JFK give us? Secret Society speech. I mean, that's precious in as far as our country goes. That's as big as our forefathers in my book. What did this fucking nigga Jew do? He didn't go to the legislature and say, guys, I'm really upset about this. I know these people, Indians, are really upset about this shit, getting their shit tore up. But I got some good rich people that want to make money too. And you're shitting on fucking goddamn Indian sacred fucking ground. So when Black Lives Matter, or whoever gets really riled up and drags you cocksucking cowards the fuck out of your so-called tax dodging dump and sets you on fire, don't come calling to me. You're revolting. You're hypocritical, and I'm tired of it. But you have the right to believe in whatever you believe in, and so don't I. Whether you don't like it or not. Don't try to twist this anything other than an entertainment channel on YouTube. I would ask you all that believe very dearly in your so-called God to pray for Verdi. Let's pull a miracle out, all right? I'm not testing you, folks. I'm not testing you, folks. Do you understand that? Let's see something good come out of this. I've asked you to pray before all your religion. I back right out of all my hatred to your ignorance, which is your opinion, which makes me a narcissist or some other fucking bad thing, but it all makes sense. To pray to stop aircraft. And I asked you back, I don't remember when it was. I think it was I think it was in March. I did a live stream and I asked everybody very politely without using any competitional speech, any foul language. I asked you all to go and pray your heads, all you people. Go pray your heads and ask for an end to the fucking chemtrail. Ask an end, since we're in this virus, there's somebody in government says, oh, we shouldn't be flying goddamn aircraft during a goddamn pandemic. Now wait till they bring fucking bubonic plague in. And then we'll shut the airlines down. Maybe. Horrible, man. Horrible shit. You know, just fucking horrible. And it's, you know, everyone says, oh, this is a, you know, I give the Jehovah's Witnesses credit, man. I'm telling you, I hope they're not right. But the Jehovah's Witness, what I learned from them people was that there's nothing you can do about this. You can't do nothing about this. Yeah, that's been pretty hurtful, you know. I mean, the government, in my opinion, should have picked you up, put you on disability. Same with BRYAN. BRYAN should be all secured in a home, his own apartment. He should have some money in his pocket. He should take his wisdom, even with his difficulty, and maybe figure out a way of life to try to enjoy life for a little bit. But you want to argue about this shit. You want to go fuck with Iran for fucking Israel. You want to go into Kuwait. I'm a fucking gun now? I'll tell you something. If, I was willing to go kill any fucking thing if we went to Iran. There was no one going to stop me. There was no one going to stop us if they landed. And we would have done the same horrible things that have been going on for fucking 19 years for innocent people all over the fucking world. I would have been one of them. You want me to go in there as an E1 to go to, where are we going? Where is this goddamn place, sir? We're going to Kuwait. Why are we going to Kuwait? Because they're trying to kill our freedom. Oh, thank you, sir. Now I feel good about myself. Let's go kill them. Listen in, Disrael Online. How did that go? How did that go? Good times? Really? Can you send me the link? It's not only hard, like my need to sit here and talk to this woman, and I know everything about, I know where her head's at. You can't fake that. I don't think that woman laughed. Maybe she did. See, that's a fault I got. I was telling you guys about this woman laughing when I was talking about the Rockefeller papers and how Clinton fucking family are a bunch of terrorists, and she's laughing at me. And so my perception was, wow, she don't agree with me. But maybe she don't trust filthy fucking state of Maine in listening devices, possibly, in monitoring, possibly. I am in one RAJ. And maybe she knew it. And she just says, we got to cover our tracks. Eyes to see, ears to hear, and not everyone has that ability. Yeah, I know. You know, we fault people that are on disability. You know, a lot of people fault people with disability. I got another tick dump going over right now. Tick dump? What are you, fucking insane? No. You cannot guarantee that military plane that just went over wasn't dumping ticks 40 years ago. Can you? Because it seems to me, I know animals migrate, but if a tick wasn't fucking 80 times a day and producing 2 billion fucking other ticks on their offspring, how the fuck did it get from Lyme, Connecticut, blowed all over the fucking Northeast, all the way out to Wisconsin, down to Delaware, down to South fucking Virginia, in such a short period of time? I'm not a specialist on delivery system. I was a specialist at delivering certain systems, such as fucking 81s to 16-inch to fucking aircraft. I was good at that. But a bioweapon, and it is a bioweapon, thank you very much, Carol, to go from Lyme, Connecticut to blow out fucking New England in such a short period of time. You remember you had these coward welfare nigger Jews out there flying around, and you don't like it, officer? Go fuck yourself. Come here and fucking drop me. You fucking filthy welfare officers. And so during all this madness that we had going on with the drug fucking flying around, and they are state helicopters, and I want to make what I'm going to say perfectly clear. In no way do I think anybody in the state of Maine that lived here would have dumped ticks out the door. Not for any of money. I think the integrity's there. The problem comes in is during the high time of this bullshit, when you had an inbred, child molesting, communist calling reefer a narcotic and not straightening it out, then you can have these programs. And so the federal government probably landed Hueys here, right? And state police said, hey, Bob, look, the feds showed up. The DEA showed up. Yeah, I got that memo. They were going to be here. Let's go see them. And they're all friendly and shit. I believe that bond happened. But if they were loading that fucking aircraft with like a U-Haul truck or something, I don't think they would have known. And I think it would have been just as easy as that. And let's go take a fucking 2-hour flight. They're running at 140 knots, 2 hours. It's a pretty good ground in one day. Depopulation. Stephanie, did you miss Carol's video on Sanford, Maine? They vaccinated a shitload of kids without the parents knowing. Billy Cooper, Tommy Valentine, Joyce and Dave Riley, early on Alex Jones, use your head, learn how to think. Uh-oh. I got a problem like some ladies do. My battery's dead. anyways, I'm going to be all right. I want you to reach into your brain, deep into your brain. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, and I'm going to hypnotize everybody. Dig deep into that brain, and with me, let's go to the section that holds the hopium. Hopium. We're going to go do some hopium. And let's get stoned on some hopium. Oh my God! I mean, that Sanford thing. Actually, thank you very much, Jules. Thank you, because I really, fucking with all the other shit going on, I couldn't cover it. I feel inadequate, but I thought it was a real proper story to let America know that that's going on in communities. It ain't going to stop here. It ain't going to stop here. You already seen a response from the father. Well, I was quite upset. So, they're going to get away with it. Just like the Jehovah's said. There ain't nothing you can do about it. And so, that's what the Jehovah's Witnesses told me. I don't know if it's written in their book. But what I do know is Edgar Allan Poe, I think. It might have been Ben Franklin, but I think it was Edgar Allan Poe. Once told us that for evil to succeed is for good men to do nothing. And during the Revolutionary War, there was only 6% of this population up here in the Northeast that were willing to fight the British. It was only 6%. At the end of the war, I heard that number went from 22 to 27%. And during all that time, you had neighbors burning out other neighbors. The British would come in and they find out you was a patriot. They kill you. And then they let the fucking community ravage your shit. No battery. No bat. Oh, I don't have a battery. Oh, I'm glad I'm not a woman. I don't know what I would do. Take the mashed potato thing out of the drawer. It seems it earns here now. Yeah, right. Exactly. Bioweapon, depopulation. No battery here. LOL. I like my battery-operated toothbrush. I think it's so cool. I think it's cool. It does a good job. It gets, you blow the hot, man. I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe the amount of shit that comes out of your mouth. And I think you're really silly putting a diaper on your face. As I told this young lady, see this fucking thing up on the wall here? That's my graduation. And I had a basic bioweapons, a little excelled, because we're dealing with artillery shells and aircraft. But if you're wearing that mask, you shouldn't worry about anybody. You see, how I was trained in your U.S. Army school for bioweapon and chemical is if you're wearing that mask, and that mask rated to stop nuclear fallout, it will stop nuclear fallout. So your mask is for your corona benefit. I can't see, you can't see women smile. Who did the video about that? Let's not met a friend, Vanessa from Down Under that never joined us. I wonder why she never joined us. I live in fantasy, have hope. All right, yeah, let's all go to Fantasyland and have some hope. Hopium. Thank you, tinfoil, wherever you are. Hopium. I love that shit. You think what's going to happen with the man you voted for? Do you think in any way, shape possible this could go bad? And I'm not telling you who you voted for is a problem. I think the problem is they're both on this fucking same side of a country that begins with I. Oh, yeah, I think, yeah. Well, yeah, there's a difference, though. Gotta have faith. You know, if you gotta have faith, whatever you get your strength from. You know, I don't mean to be talking bad about organized religion. I do, actually, because I'm not ashamed of it. Faith should come from within. And my life has been really, really, tinfoil can tell you about this shit, too. You know, I mean, I had the windows blowed out. I got pulled out of fucking, I think that was 87 degrees. And so I remember what was going on there during them times when I was struggling to try to get myself saved. You know, but I mean, it got to a point where I seen the dark side too. When he put his arm on my fucking, grabbed my shoulder, my coat, when he grabbed on, I was blacking out. I was already blacking out. They sell these battery operated toothbrushes at the Bunny. Are you serious? The first time I seen that was because I would have never thought of it as a sex tool. But I was watching, what's that, Third Rock? Third Rock with the big tall guy. They were all professors. And the chick with the long hair and the glasses said something about her how she couldn't live without her electric toothbrush. And I said, what? Did she just say that? When this fucking show was new, could you imagine, like, I don't know, I never was like a 10 or 13-year-old girl. But if I had the same urges I did as a man, Mommy, are you awake? Get me an Oral-B toothbrush tomorrow. What for her, darling? Oh, I watched this commercial. And it says they can really keep my teeth clean. You forget what it's like being young, you know, you fucking doomed to the future. And I can tell you something. I feel so blessed that I'm going to go out of this fucking life and not have to experience that shit in 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. You know, these children are going through terror. And it's bullshit. The whole thing is bullshit. But you got so many people that are buying into this shit. And it's scary. It's very scary. Why can't we all just be left the fucking alone? You do what the fuck ever you're going to do, and I'm going to do what the fuck ever I do. And if the other side of that coin says, oh, it's a gas station in the goddamn grocery store, that's public domain during their opening. You don't have no right getting between me and my gas station or me and my goddamn grocery store for this Corona Bona ever. And goddamn Maine, I hope somebody puts that up in legislation, Joe. There will never be a supply chain break for anybody for any reason in this goddamn state. That'd be good, smart legislation right there. Nipped it right in the bud. Because you only got probably next year, they're going to have, we're dawn morning. We're going to have gold stars on a fucking driver's license. You know, and there are going to be a lot of people that ain't going to comply with this shit, you know. The state already knows how many smart licenses. How many people went up and ran up and got smart licenses? I should call the fucking state on that one. How many people got in line for a smart license? Oh, I have a valid license. It's good for another year or whatever. I'm going to go run out and get my smart license. Wonder how many of them things they sold. How come you didn't legislation say, we will provide you a document that says you drove an automobile. Learn how to drive an automobile safely, pass that test, and that's it. And then you other fucking assholes back on the other side of the fence I'm talking about can go comply with this shit. Now, not all them people over there are bad people that have to go do that, because you can't fly out, get on an airplane without this shit. So now we need to go back and get that piece of legislation removed and find out what criminal put that in. But that's the way it's going to be. You know, you're going to totally wipe your ass with the Constitution. The other suggestion I would ask from legislatures that may be listening, because I don't know who the fuck is watching in here. And that was the problem. See, it backfired on you, didn't it, you two? So if legislation's out there, start getting legislation to protect the people that don't want to comply with any of your shit before they put legislation in that will restrict us. Was there, right? Really? There were people waiting. But if you want to fly out of the country, you need that, I think, to get into the aircraft. Like Nicaragua don't give a fuck if you got this thing or not. No, Nicaragua, wherever the fuck you're going, a passport is a passport. But you want to make things more difficult, more Judaism, more fucking satanic shit, more taking the mark of the beast. According to your own fucking teachings, this is all part of taking the mark of the beast. Use your passport and ID. Oh, you fly? You fly places? I drove to Alaska with I don't think I had my birth certificate, but I don't think I needed my birth certificate. The driver's license was enough for me to cross into Canada and drive to our other state that most people don't get a chance to see. And I want to thank all the people that put that shit together for me, or the cards that put that together. I think it went right around, though. I think everyone else did something out of it. That was quite a fascinating trip. You know, we built that during World War II. It was to fly our aircraft over to Russia. And so they built the Alcan, which is a road that runs from America to the border of Alaska. So anyway, whatever you're doing down there and you're doing here anywhere, it don't matter whether it's here or California, look. It's very important right now. We come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another. Maybe dig a few of them out and play some of that shit instead of your rap or your country bullshit for a little bit. Get off the fucking water, too. Your water's got fluoride in it, you know. Foil, where the hell have you been? Dawn, dearest Dawn is without power. And she just checked in. She has a terrible ice storm. Just another gold star. You know what happened to gold star folks before? Yes, yeah, well said. Well said. I could bring up a picture of a man with an O in the camp with his gold star, but that might be hard to do because they may consider that to be anti-Semitic, because I want to look at the past, and so you're liking this shit, you know, and so they, you know, this is how mindfuck your laws are over a race of people. She's without power. They had a big storm there, and she's out of power. But I did ask her to do some video, Ted. You don't need a real ID? Is that right? Thank you, Stephanie. I didn't realize that. Then what is this for? What is a real ID for? Delta, computers at check-in, you enter your Atari number, set the passport on a computer screen, and then my license, it scans it. Then takes your picture and gives you a go-ahead. So Stephanie says she don't need one. That's interesting. Go start tag on my kitty cat vax. You should have videotaped it, young lady. Hey Doc, can I videotape the gold star on my kitty's vaccine? Who else has a gold star in their flag? Let's think. Let's think just for a momento. You've been taken over from the inside out. And if you don't work together and at least give these criminals some fucking bit of a resistance, yeah. ICE ended 54 miles west of me. Well, that's good for you, man. That's really cool. You can use your passport to get into federal buildings. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. What if I don't have a passport? Then you federally can't charge me. Certainly a judge wouldn't. Well, I got to throw the case out. He can't get into the building. Right? Well, yell at the judge up at the window. Hey, judge, I ain't got a passport. Oh, what's your case number? 1472. Columbus sailed. Oh, yeah, I think so. Anyways, whatever. Okay, you can go. You're free. I'm putting the shit in the grinder right now and then in an incinerator. Sorry, officers. Have a good day. You mean at the airport? What is on video? I don't know what you mean. I think the real ID are optional for now. No, Maine had a 2-year suspension, the way I understand it. But the legislature didn't come back and say, well, why don't we give people the chance, to do what they want? Let them make the decision. I mean, we're not going to get stupid on this, are we, May? Ignorant, blissfully Jewish, loaded us up with all kinds of fucking bullshit. Why do you need all this bullshit anyway? 1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12, narcotic in the cigarette, in the ashtray. Jim, he got narcotics in the ashtray. When they pull their fucking license out, I don't even think there's a picture on the license. I might be very wrong. Sister Golden here. Did you ever have a license that didn't have a picture? Because I think that's what they do on 1 Adam 12. It don't look like a standard license. Changed to October 21. You got a long way to go. If you have passport, have real ID, dude. This is throwing eggs at Trump supporter caravan. I'd like to play that, but the Trump supporters would probably think I hate Trump. I don't hate Trump. Trump knows who did 9/11. I hate you cocksuckers for not telling your man, hey, we're behind you. Let's go after the Clintons now. We gave you 3 years. I got 10 days to vote. Come on, Donnie, you can do it. Oklahoma still hasn't gone fully real ID, keeps getting extensions. Well, that's good. That's good. I hope Maine does that. You know, I don't want to participate in it. And then what do I got to do? I got to go to another state to get a fucking driver's license that's going to let me cooperate with their program? Is that what's going to happen up here next? I keep seeing this fucking commercial about old people that can't afford on their Social Security to pay fucking Maine high fucking property tax. And that's what the commercial's about. CEOs testified against Congress. Waste. They did? So you gotta understand that I'm not well rehearsed about all the Silicon Valley shit that was going on in Washington. I know they didn't do much, but now that it's affecting me, and I'm seeing it affect a platform that's a very brilliant platform. I mean, YouTube is very brilliant. To learn what's in here and how to use it, it's very brilliant. You do anything, fix your washing machine, grow a potato, go find out who's putting bioweapons in your backyard. Oh, wait a minute, we can't have that. Oh, is there proof? So this lady says, how many? I had friends that died of the coronavirus. You got friends. Thank you. I'm digging this. Can you do me a favor? I asked the young lady. Can you give me a copy of their death certificate? Can you go to the town or whatever, get a copy of their death certificate and send it to me? I'd really like to see that. You mean the crown anointed the dead person with death of coronavirus? And something came into my head, and I'm not going to share such a vulgar fucking thought, for sure. I think I got to talk. I got to do a little talking to somebody before I open my mouth about that. But I think that'll overall, it'll be, wow, Jesus Christ, nothing went right. We had all these people praying in the room. That's all I got to say. There's a lot of religious people there. Instructed to write dead of crown, not a heart attack. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this? Let's have a little guessing game. We already discussed that, by the way. I did. I'm like, come on, for real. You're going to be that disheartening after you got what? What I have last month, 2,700 views in here. Then we had 2,800 views in the last 28 days. All them peoples have been watching this shit, and then you're going to go spoil it for us. You're going to really rub salt in the wound, ain't you? So let's hope that don't happen. I gotta roll some cigarettes and go. It's cold. It's getting damp too, Jules. If you're still here, Jules, it's getting damp up here. Maybe we get some little snow. Yeah, I mean, wow. What do you mean you're getting $13,000 to do a test on somebody? Who's paying this money? Let's get for real here. Okay, so Ralphie goes in, he got coronavirus. Right? The bank, the bank, which is pretty close, a fucking hospital, right? It's a bank. The bank says, I got a corona bona test. And we're going to get $13,000 for it. And I see you're an American citizen. And even if you're not, don't really matter. Could be here visiting from another country. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you $11,000. We're going to keep a couple $1,000, you know, to invest in our beautiful hospital here. But in case anything turns bad, your family will have $11,000 to play with because this stuff is so deadly. You say, I would think that's the way it would work. Then, we had you on a ventilator. That's what, 40,000? I forgot what they give the hospitals for that, and I don't know where the money comes from. And I can be corrected by all you lurkers out there. You can jump in, hey, shithead. No, that ain't the way it works. But the way I understand it, as I understand it, they get 40 grand. Well, we already took 2 grand off them. Give them the 40 grand. In exchange, even though you drop dead of a fucking heart attack, we're going to put corona death so we can give the 40 grand to the family. Because now they're going to bury the poor son of a gun. That'd be different, wouldn't it? That'd be a different world. That'd be a kind and gentle nation. Remember that filthy Jew whose daddy dug up Geronimo's skull and bones? Who Donald Trump pointed at that family and says, you're responsible for 9/11. Remember that fucking asshole? Kind of gentle nation. I'm tired of being played with. I'm a grown man. A responsible, good American grown man. And I don't like the way things are going. I find it repulsive. And every day we get out there, there's more and more shit. Thank you, Jew. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. $30 minutes to upload. 2 minutes video. Is it all done? I'll play it in here. I was going to get going, though. I do got to go. My peppers, I can feel my peppers like, please get us out of here and use us. This is too much sorrow. It's too much pain and sorrow. And we had peppers on the 28th of last year. And my friend came up here. And we were in beautiful sunshine, picking peppers. So then my visit was the first one since then, as far as I remember. I could be wrong. Peppercorn Ralph, narcotic on the front seat. Be cautious, proceed with caution. You know, all the marijuana smokers turn fucking violent. Whoa. Where were you? Were you here when I was talking about the toothbrush? Did you miss that? My toothbrush ran out of battery power. You know, I was saying I was watching, what's it, Third Rock for the Sun? They're all like geniuses and shit. And one of the chicks in the video was talking about her toothbrush being so wonderful to get an orgasm with. And, well, anyways, my toothbrush does a good job cleaning my teeth. I never tried to put it on my dick. I really have no interest in that kind of shit, you know. But you women, man, I'm telling you, you're fucking lucky, man. Most of you can find a hot cock to ride if you wanted to. Most of you can find all kinds of lustrous toys. What have us men got to do? Sally Palmer or Four Fingers? I never thought the battery-powered toothbrushes. You want me to model one for you? I got one here. It's an Oral-B. And I wouldn't go with the, like I knew this chick that had one. And I know why she had the fucking thing. But one time I had to use her toothbrush. And I've had my, it didn't matter about germ shit. We're all clean. And I thought my fucking fillings were going to come out of my goddamn teeth. Yeah, that's why you got this one. But the Oral-B is pretty cool, and it does a good job. I like it. It takes a AAA battery. And, when I play the hop, I really got to make sure my teeth are clean. I showed you guys the inside of the hop many times and all the particles in there. And I floss, I spit, I go out and I spit, I suck through my teeth and spit that shit out. I'm telling you, you shouldn't be wearing a mask, ladies and gentlemen. Taking notes. One Adam 12, one Adam 12. Wait a minute. Oh, I seen something High Impact put up of a woman cop. No, a man cop. Oh, no. A man getting bitched out by his, I didn't watch the video. Bitched out by his cop girlfriend. The girlfriend was in uniform going off on temper. Smoke some pot, lady. Get some fucking Midol. Quit eating McDonald's shit. Yeah, that means you, Laura Legend. Laura Legend. Talking about French fries. Oh, stay out of there. You're a very beautiful woman. I'd be very cautious of going down on you after you eating your diet and handling that plastic, all that Chinese plastic you do. My goodness. Laura Legends. Thank you for your fun videos. So I really like them. Might all. You get to the judge and say, hey, Judge, she might have need a little Midol. We have one Adam 12 yesterday's episode. I was too busy on the phone flapping my gums. It seems like I'm getting more and more energy to flap my gums from for the creator of me. So I was flapping my gums on the phone. So I didn't miss my one Adam 12. But yeah, it's really wow. You look at this shit and you're saying, holy shit, really? Hey, look at the people walking down the street on the sidewalk. They don't do a lot of that shit because I think they got to pay everyone that was in the scene. I think that's the way the law was. And I think after Ronald Reagan got in, they didn't have to do that shit anymore. So you could see natural people on the sidewalk. But during one Adam 12, it's hard to see. But you know what's really funny? The few times I did see they were in a restaurant or something, fucking people ain't got their phone looking down at their fucking phones. And you're driving down, you can see phone booths. You know, them cell phones, man, I'm telling you. Go back to the day when they were coming around and a lot of Christians were talking about the bad shit about them. There are a lot of Christians talking about bad shit about cell phones. Just remember that. the perception of the cell phone was taking the mark of the beast at one time. Luke Keyboard Warrior, I don't know where you are this morning, but those are some of my thoughts. Phone booths. Yeah. I mean, you know, it didn't matter what you were doing. I remember I traveled to Alaska. I didn't have a cell phone. I drove to Alaska, no cell phone. And I forgot the name of the place. I think it was a glacier. Wicked long glacier. I forgot how long, 20 miles or something. You ride on it, and the glacier was on the left. I think that section there at the time was 140 miles to the next gas stop. I'm not lying to you. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Always kept a dime. Your mom and pop gave me a dime in case I got kidnapped. Mom and pop would probably say, you know, if he gets kidnapped and he uses a dime to call us for ransom, I'll get them on the phone and we'll give them all the ransom they want, even more. No, I'm only joking. I thank my family. I was a tough kid. You know, I was a handful, man. You think I got energy now? You should see me when I was a kid. But anyway, you learn this shit and you put this shit together, and a lot of this other shit. Some people like to say, well, it takes some getting used to. No, I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy vaccinating your kids like you're doing with papillomavirus shit, vagina shit, telling boys and girls that a blowjob is not considered sex. Why are you doing this in our school? You know, I just don't. To me, I just don't. I don't get it. Yeah. So we already had call for prayer. You want to call Joel Osteen? Anyone in the room want to call Joel? I got to take a poo-poo. I don't know what Penny Bunny calls it. What's Penny Bunny called? I know pissing is called wee in the loo. It's not called the bathroom. You're not going in there to take a bath. You're going in there to use the loo. See, I'm still have 2 payphones in my town. Do you really? Why don't you do a video of that? Just go in there and shoot a video, and let's just adore your payphones. Bragger. There's a payphone in my town. Is there really one? Lou. Yeah, I gotta go to the loo. But I'm on another mission. I gotta go get these peppers, and this is not very good. And it's getting cold in here. I gotta raise that thermometer. So raise the thermostat next to the car charging thing. Hey, you know, Jules, I went to Belfast, and I went something in Belfast, had a whole bunch of them charge stations. I never seen them before. That was amazing. That's pretty amazing. So, you know, this technology, for what I can see right now, I don't think the technology is bad at all. I think it's good. I'll be back. I'm going to go raise this, though. The temperature's dropping here, Jules. I don't have my outside thermometer. I want to try to get us one before Christmas. Before Christmas. We'll try to get an indoor, outdoor. I think you guys would have fun that live in California. You want to come poo? You want to go to the loo? Big Bud, big stretch, big singing dog. Best singing dog in the world. He corrected me last night, too. I really, that's fucked up. I like the way I sound. You know, I think it's probably, some people might, hey, that's cool. You're making some cool noise. You know, it's not music. But it's cool. I'll be back. Nice, sunny, cold, and crisp. Celebrate the fall. Oh, not for you. You a worthless eater up there. You get all our chemtrails. Anyways, tinfoil. You wanted me to report on it? I'm going to report on it. Oh. Meow, 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 meow. Kitty cat brought it to me. I'm going to say so long. HPV shots are nonsensical. They're silly. I mean, I don't understand what that word means, Jules, if you're still here. I didn't see that comment. I'm under the influence, narcotics. Fucking morons. Jesus goddamn Christ. Take me home where I belong. Yeah, I know. I need to go too. I got a lot of stuff. Oh, no sense. I don't quite understand it. Well, why don't we teach our kids to be very cautious? And Stephanie, thank you very much for your videos and all you do on YouTube. You're fantastic. I've been encouraged to go try BitChute, and we might try BitChute. We might try BitChute on Friday night, stoner night. And I'll be able to play music and we'll be ourselves. Stay awoke and wonderful. And you're just fantastic. All you people have been really fantastic throughout the years. And I appreciate it. You keep me company up here in this situation I got myself. And it's been delightful, been something to look forward to. I think it does give back to the community. We had some fucking slob that had a goddamn bypass in his stomach because he couldn't maintain his shit. Anyways, yeah. So, Snob, got to go do some cleanup. Well, be careful out there, and thank you. I don't think it's a matter of hate and change. I don't think it's a matter of hate and change at all. I think it's a matter of common goddamn sense. You give us Windows 10. I haven't found too many people, just like I haven't found too many people that fucking substantiated that they knew somebody with corona bona and died of corona goddamn bona. Don't sit there and tell me you have people die of corona bona when they drop dead of a goddamn heart attack or a fucking couldn't handle the fucking chemtrails spraying. And they already had a fucking pneumonia, and you dump barium, dimethylene bromide, aluminum particles, nanoparticles out of your fucking aircraft, and then blame corona bona. This is a good fucking cover-up. If it's a goddamn pandemic, please stop flying your goddamn aircraft till the goddamn pandemic is gone. And I don't give a fuck if you got goddamn vaccination, Trump or Biden. Fuck you too. Stop the aircraft. That's something I should put an ear in fucking Joe Biden. When I'm president, I'm going to have to do a real hard thing. We're going to shut down the fucking aircraft. Made it back before the show ended. Take that, YouTube. Good job. Cat video, 55 more minutes till upload. Done. Okay. Yeah, I got a harmonica video that I shared with a few people. I hope my girlfriend in Brazil is out riding her horse today. And she's got a wonderful time riding her horse. Verdia, hang in there, girl. Brian, if you're still listening, very, very good. What a manly job you did. Your mother would be very proud, and hopefully one day she can hear of all the good things that you did, Brian, if you're listening. I want to thank everybody for their well wishes. Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump got it, and all of a sudden he's doing good. But I don't know if you caught Carol's for Never Lose Truth video. Stephanie, if you didn't see it, do I got it loaded? No, I don't have it loaded. Go check out Carol Never Lose Truth. Skim through it if you don't want to, you don't care what's going on in Maine with the vaccines. But yeah, go in there and check out. Influenza is totally gone. There's no more influenza. Thank you for coming, MJ. I hope your weather is doing good for you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that was really important that we don't have no more influenza. So that brings me back to 15 years of giving out free flu shots, and people would get sick from the flu shot, but it was only fucking 40% of them. The rest were all good. Anyways, then the person gets really, really sick and catches some flu. Oh, it wasn't for that flu. So in other words, we've been groomed to believe that you can go in and take a shot and protect you. You can't. You can't. You can't do that. Because there's so many different varieties and they mutate and they change. And it is a virus. It's not bacteria. Lyme is a bacteria. They got both these cases covered. They got the bacteria in Lyme and they got the virus with corona. Right back at you. Yeah. Gold Star days are something that I don't think I'm a really over emotional man, but I do make my Gold Star days note. I'm very proud of having a Gold Star day above me for 24 hours. I'm very proud to go out at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and just sit there and watch shooting stars on a crisp, clear night. And there's not a lot of particulates, so I'm not looking at all the pigs in the city that got businesses and want to run fucking floodlights everywhere after 10 o'clock at night. What you can do is you can turn the lights off and get yourself night vision cameras. So if you're so scared of people fucking with your shit, and turn your goddamn lights off after 10 o'clock. The goddamn town's empty at 10 o'clock. Everything shuts down up here at 10 o'clock. So I don't know why you got to keep running all your goddamn floodlights. People, in these nice houses running blazing fucking lights. You're better off doing, what do you call it? Yeah, Lead Star. I tell you, the air smells pretty good here last night. And I almost did a video. I didn't detect that metal smell, but it will be here. And what will accommodate that is a real quick weather change. Sometimes within 20 minutes, a half hour of having a flight go over my head, it starts icing. And I know they're up at 38,000 feet. I checked what aircraft it is. And I just don't know if this is a happy coincidence or what. Whitewash skies in Indiana, I'm completely socked in. Completely. So, we as a people are building our law, our country, our new way of life, legislatively and mind controlly. So that's on one side of the fence. Other things we can be doing as a people in these communities, instead of whining and crying like a bunch of fucking pussy, is call the FTC and ask them to get rid of, you want action. Call your congressman, call your senator. Tell me you want fucking Google and YouTube broke up. This has turned into a nightmare. Jimmy Dore can tell you everything about this. And what they've done, the scumbags have done. This isn't for them to make a better platform, just like Windows 10 ain't there for a better platform. Windows 10 is there to help guide all your information a lot more efficiently into Israel. Jimmy is awoke. So, you know, we can make change, man. I mean, you can't take giant steps. You know, drill sergeant said, if I got an 18-foot pile of shit in front of us and give you this spoon, he took my my sea ration spoon I was eating. And I says, this is all I give you. What are you going to do? I'm going to look at you and tell you, are you fucking insane? He says, no. You're going to start shoveling it with the spoon. Every little bit counts. And when you get under fucking real bad shit, bad shit, like this man had seen, covered in his friend's blood and guts and bone in Vietnam, he tell you, always go back to the beginning. Always go back to the beginning. Always go back to the beginning. And so, you know, if you review what's been going on with Rockefeller and Bill Gates saying this shit was coming, the judicial department and the law enforcement in this country should be doing something major right now to protect us. They're not doctors, but somebody's got to be called, unless you want to call Rockefeller's visionaries. They were visionaries, just like maybe I'm a visionary. All you got to do, you know, if you're watching a car doing 200 miles an hour, like Elmer and Louise, right? The movie there where they drive off the cliff. If you're watching, your brain is watching that car go down towards the cliff at a high rate of speed. Your brain knows to the point where that car cannot physically be stopped. And when we go off the cliff. So you can use that analogy. You can see this ain't going well. I'm no fortune teller. If I was, I'd be a rich man, right? I'd be able to go to the fucking lottery and all that shit and just fucking win every day. You know, use your head. And I'm only addressing a few weak people out there, you know. Try to be kind to one another is probably the best thing. If somebody's telling you something outrageous, I know, and I'm guilty of it. I'm very guilty of it. And you snap right back and laugh at them. I understand, you know, it's hard to control. But overall, when you're right, because you got your truth behind it. You got proof. You got enough proof to prosecute people. Donald Trump said he'd prosecute Clintons, lock her up. So why would you sit there in front of me and laugh at me? Whether you like Donald Trump or not, he already told you that was his main goal, even though he didn't have the balls to do it. Kindness is waning. Yeah, and, you know, I told you guys, I said, there's going to be a day I'm going to walk into a store and have a chick in back of me. And I go to open the door for her, and she stops in a check. What are you doing? I said, I'm holding the door for you. Oh, no, please proceed in and get the fuck away from me. That's going to be the new norm. Well, thank you very much. That was the old days. That was 10 years ago. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day. Right? That's how the communication went when somebody held the door off you. Unless you're an inbred. But that's the way it's going to be now. It was so nice you could check out her ass. You know, and she walked in. No, not really. I just do it. It don't matter, man or woman. I just been brought up, you hold the door. I've been down there in Louisiana or somewhere down south if I did that for men. Man, what are you, a homosexual pot smoker? I ain't queer. I can open my own door. What's wrong with you, boy? So don't be so sadistic. I try not to be. I know, I do. I'm not the best. You know, a little balance in the world, you know, that's what the vagina's there for the man for, to give him a little balance, take some of the edge off. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You see the fucking traffic. You see the traffic when I go to the city. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll be on 95 going south. And the BMW folks, Mercedes, we've been in and out of traffic, and they're wearing a mask, a Gucci mask, not a fucking, not a disposable mask. I got a Gucci mask with a gold star right in the middle. While you're driving. What if there's going to be one goddamn cop department in this country that says, put a sign up in the estate entryway, illegal to drive with a mask on. You should not be able to drive with a mask on. If you're driving out a nuclear fallout or a bioweapon attack, yeah, we don't care what you're doing at that point. But for now, to keep things a little more safer, it has been said that loss of oxygen through the mask is a very good possibility. And then you see other ones that say no. I'm on the fence that anytime you put anything, any physical barrier between the intake and the surrounding hemisphere, you're slowing down the flow. I got to go. I want to thank everybody for coming today. It's been a good day. I'm going to remind you again, have your prayers and your thoughts, if you would, for Verdi and Bryan. Bryan's done a stellar job contacting us. It really stand tall right there. He did a good job. And the people just try to be kind to one another. Sanford, I hope you guys get really angry about this and demand some kind of arrest. You know, what goes around, wish for things. You know, don't wish for things on others getting arrested, because you could get arrested and get. No, I shouldn't be able to get arrested for anything. This is all entertainment. But what I am telling you is, when you do something physical like that to a child, big shit should roll. And I mean roll. All right, have a great day. Thanks for coming. Love one another. Be kind to one another. I want to change the world, but I don't know what to do. Is much better than sitting there in a lazy, stupid, slobbish fucking attitude saying, I want to change the world, but there's nothing we can do. Maybe say, but I don't know what to do. Have a good day, people. Ciao.